Afcon. Ooh. So guys, we're live, guys. My people, we're live. Like David, subscribe, like David. We're live, guys. We're live. So we're gonna be talking about Touchaemani, Jules KOUNDE, and also we're gonna be talking Lucas Digne to Chelsea in January, and also we're gonna be talking about Afcon because Samuel Eto'o said some controversy stuff about the Afcon, which I will talk about it to the people in the panel. We were gonna have a discussion about it. I listened to what Samuel Eto'o said, and I'm looking at both the FIFA, UEFA, and I'm looking at FA. I'm shaking my head at what the heck is going on. It says some controversy stuff. Samuel Eto'o says some controversy stuff concerning AFCON. That goes back to judging that stupid stuff Judging Club said in the presser. I'm gonna have a conversation about that too. Because what Eto'o said retaliate to what Judging Club said and what the F and the UEFA people are doing. I'm gonna retaliate to that also. So guys, like the video, subscribe, like the video, subscribe. Let's go. So, my people, how is that day now? I hope you guys are doing well. Hope everything is going on fine. Like the video, subscribe, subscribe. So, let's go. Firstly, I will talk about, let me bring Tom in. The report I'm seeing, I'm not sure if that is true. Antonio Machado, Sevilla in January. Your take on him.
Listen, we had the conversation obviously a couple of streams ago, and it was a player who was hyped up when he came in. You know, put a Ballon d'Or, clause in his contract and all that stuff, and ultimately it's not worked out for him. You know, he's given us some good individual moments, but in terms of accolades or golden boots or and individual awards or anything like that, there's not been anything from him there. He is obviously a fan favourite with a lot of fans, but I've already made the point. If he does leave, I mean, we've survived without him already. So what difference is it going to make if he leaves permanently? He's not playing or even on the bench more recently, so what's the point even if he leaves anyway? We're still winning games, we're still getting points even without him. So as much as people say that they'd miss him and stuff, and I would probably miss some of the moments that he would probably give us and stuff, and give us maybe something a bit different in an attacking sense. But apart from that, I mean, there's not really much else to talk or to say about him, really. I think he deserves to go to a club though where he's going to get the game time. Yeah, he's going to get the game time, the opportunities and stuff. And listen, if that's Sevilla, second place in the Liga, putting in good performances and good shifts, getting the results, obviously in La Liga and stuff. I'm not saying they're going to win La Liga. I think it's signed and sealed for Real Madrid this season, but it's good to a club where you're going to at least get the chances and stuff. You listen, the Europa League merchants, why not? You might get a couple of Europa League medals around your neck and stuff. But to be honest, I was fairly surprised, when it's been reported and it's come out that his preference is Sevilla.
Why Sevilla?
I'm very why Sevilla? Like you just said there, why Sevilla when I'm hearing names like Barcelona would be interested. I'm hearing Juventus would be interested.
I'm hearing Manchester City too.
No, not Manchester City. I've not heard that.
Yeah.
But I've heard those two, and there were one more. what's the team in what's the team in the Dutch league? Not Ajax, the other one, the other big team. What's
Is
the
it
name?
Feyenoord or PSV?
Feyenoord, that's it. Yeah, Feyenoord, because they want Amad Diallo on loan from us as well.
Okay.
One of the Ivory Coast lads who we're going to the Afcon. Yeah, you better watch out for him, Abdullah. If he rips it up against Nigeria, I'll be on your back. but no, on a serious note, no. If Martial, listen, if he wants to go to Sevilla, I think Sevilla will work a deal because for a player like Martial to go there from Man United is kind of a big jump, I think. People would say it's a downgrade and stuff like that. See it as you want, but I think it's a decent jump to a club where he's actually going to get the game time and the opportunities. Where at Man United it's limited. When unfortunately you've got Cristiano Ronaldo, you've got Marcus Rashford, you've got Jadon Sancho, you've got Cavani, who not just in I think a lot of in the manager's eyes, I think in a lot of fans' eyes as well. You can't really see a fit for Martial in there. Kind of a similar story with Daniel James, and ultimately he left for Leeds United at the first opportunity he could. So if Martial, like I say, if Martial's already came out and said, well, he's not come out and said, but his agent's come out and done it all for him and said that, listen, he's unhappy and he wants to leave. Listen, when you're at a football club like Man United, if you don't want to play for the club or the badge, then to put it frankly, get the fuck out. It's as simple as that. I've said it many a times with other players at Man United, with Paul Pogba and stuff, and all you get is the slander and everything. It's nothing to do with that. When a player is hesitating over a contract, and I said the same thing at other football clubs, so I'm not going to be a hypocrite. I not do it at my own football club. If a player says that they want out or they're hesitating over signing a new deal, quite clearly they don't want to be at that football club. It's as simple as that. Like I've said the same thing with you at Chelsea, with Abdullahi, with Rudiger, where he's hesitating over this contract and he wants to renegotiate terms. If you don't want to be there, then get rid of him. It's as simple as that. Because there's somebody who's just as good as him out there in the making, or if not even better than him, that you could go and get.
Yeah.
So, no hard feelings with Martial. Listen, if he wants to go somewhere, all the best to him and everything, but it just didn't work out ultimately in the end.
Fair enough. EJ, Antonio Martial to Sevilla. Is that the right move, or are you surprised he's choosing Sevilla out of?
Yeah, you better be worried, DJ. He's going to rip it up against Madrid.
Oh, I don't think so.
Why Sevilla? Wait, why Sevilla? Why Sevilla?
Yeah, I think that's the weird question. I mean, not a weird question, but like that's just the question. Like, why Sevilla? You can say, oh, because of maybe Kounde convinced him to join Sevilla, so they can do something La Liga. But even Kounde right now is probably gonna leave for Chelsea in January if the rumors are true. We don't know that yet. So, but it's just I think he probably just felt that's the right move for him because right now Sevilla they don't really have this out striker. The guy they are playing right now, Rafael Mier, is not really like that first choice striker. He's but I think he's been injured.
He just came back from injury.
Yeah, he's been injured for a while now, so they have to be playing Rafael Mier.
So if Martial comes, he can play as a number 9, but is it that I don't think La Liga is more easier for him to play. I think he will get more goals in La Liga than Premier League because he can drift him from the left wing without playing as a number 9. He can also drift him from the left
I'm not an expert on Sevilla, but what formation did they actually play?
4-3-3.
4-3-3, yeah.
4-3-3.
Do they play with the false 9 or is it just like normal striker?
It depends for them. It depends who their matchup is. Like,
because I think Martial would suit a false 9 role, to be honest, especially in a league like La Liga as well, where
I mean, Papu Gomez played that for them sometimes.
That's what I mean, and he's more of a creative. He's not a goal scorer. He's not a Harry Kane or anything like that. I'll admit that in my own player as well. But with Martial, I see him more as. I'm not comparing the two, but he's got similarities to what Firmino does at Liverpool, where he brings other players into play. He holds the ball up well. He can dribble, a bit of a creative spark, I guess. Drive the ball forward, run at people, that sort of thing. But carry on, EJ, go on.
Yeah, but to be honest, like I'm surprised because, like you guys said, it was linked to Juventus, it was linked to Barcelona. I even saw one for PSG, which I was like, because they're trying to sell Icardi, so they're thinking about.
No, they're going for
Tosin
Haaland.
had a nightmare.
They're going for Haaland.
Yeah, I know. Like I mean, replacement for Icardi. Alan, they go in case Mbappe, but this one is for if Icardi leave, which striker can they bring, and they're looking to get Anthony Martial. So it's a different deal. But will it be that system? Yes, but like if Nsiri comes back, will it?
And the series is back. He played today. He came back today.
Yeah, actually, I didn't watch the past time because I'm like, I just want one of them to like lose. I want both teams to lose, but that's almost impossible. But the time game, which is for Real Madrid. So, if he came on today, then that's good. But would they go?
I saw him come today because I watched the match. So he came in today.
Would they go with two strikers up top with Anthony Martial and Siri, or will it just?
Martial can play on the left wing. He can play on the left wing. So.
Yeah, that's true. But they have Ocampos there, so.
Ocampo can switch to the right wing. I've seen him play on the right wing in the last 2 matches.
I think they played there today when I saw the lineup, like because I saw the result of the game and I'm like, oh, 1-1.
Yeah, exactly. So, are you surprised he's choosing Sevilla ahead of all this club, or like he's understood? But why Sevilla?
There's got to be a reason, hasn't there? Really, I mean, when you hear the names of Barcelona, Juventus, in theory, you'd rather go to there because, albeit you might not play every week, you're going to get a better contract, are you not? I know we're speaking of it financially and stuff and just out of context, but I would rather go play for Juventus, regardless of the situation that's happening in Syria. I would rather go to play for Barcelona, where the situation is obviously as it is, and they're in the position that they are in the league. But you'd rather play for more established clubs, I think so. Anyway, it just doesn't make much sense. But listen, clearly there's something that he sees in Sevilla. I don't know if it's the system, the manager, whatever. But listen,
But my issue with it is, I can understand he wants to play for Sevilla, but Sevilla.
I mean, did you kick Thomas, by the way, or you like? What? Yeah, but Sevilla, I just thought instead of in Juventus they have a lot of attacking.
Morata, Moise Kean. So they have so many strikers in their ranks. So I don't think he will fit into what Juventus want. Barcelona need a striker right now. I think going to Barcelona is feasible, but what is the chance that Barcelona will even make the top 4?
Apparently, Barcelona want Cavani anyway.
Yeah, there's not even a chance that they will make the top 4. So you can't predict they will make the top 4 because it's difficult right now. So I think the only team you can go to is Sevilla because then you'll be able to play more like week in and week out there. It will build his confidence bank. He will score goals in Sevilla. So Sevilla, La Liga is not like Premier League when it's fast paced and everything. It's a little bit more low tempo. You can easily enjoy your games. So I can understand the decision you make going to Sevilla. I can understand that.
I mean, Man United could kind of do something to piss Chelsea off. We could easily just, send him back to Monaco. We'll have Touamaeni instead. Piss off Abdullahi. Swap deal.
Understand?
I mean, it could happen, but no. Listen. If we get good money for him, I'm game. Get a 35-40 million pound price tag, and I'd be happy. But I don't want to see a loan deal. I really don't want to see a loan deal. If it's going to be a deal, I want to see a permanent deal. Not as in the eyes of get rid of him. He's useless. No, because just show for the player more or less where he's got his future signed and settled. Because he's coming to that age now where you need to, assess your options. Where if you're at a club where you're happy, you're positive, sign a long-term contract.
I agree. Sign a long-term contract, yeah. I agree.
Find a club that suits you. Yeah, and find a club that suits you. And like I say, Abdullah, I've said the same thing with many players. It's not like I'm slagging Martial off here. And I've said it many a times with Pogba. For me, Pogba, regardless of the talent, everything he brings to the football team, the brand, the name, the money, regardless of it all, he's hesitated over this contract that we've put on the table for 450 grand a week for nearly 2 years now. If he wanted to sign it, he would have done it already. So quite clearly, his mind's not 100% made up. Get gone. If you're not 100% committed, I don't care who you are. If you're, about a 6-time Ballon d'Or winner, or you're just starting out in your career, if you're not committed to the club, get the fuck out. It's as simple as that. We'll go and get somebody else.
Very simple. So it's fair enough. I can understand that. So let's go to somebody else. Let me come to you on this. Lucas Digne. EJ, apparently the report is in January, he will move to Chelsea in January because just are looking to get him in January because of Ben Chilwell injury. So they aren't sure about, even if Ben Chilwell comes back, he has to go for like a surgery and everything. So they don't want to take a risk on him in terms of everything. So they're going for like a ready-made replacement that even when he come back, you'll be able to ease himself into the team, get the team ready, prepared, and just ready, not too much. So getting Lucas Digne now, your take on Lucas Digne in January, is it good signing? Like, does he impress as a left back or a left wing back? How do you feel about Lucas Digne?
Oh, the guy from Everton, right?
Lucas Digne, yeah.
Yeah, I think I don't think it's just like left back. Like he's good at defense. I don't see him as that type of guy. So like your question was, is it a left back or a left wing back? I think it's more of a left wing back, and the style of play you guys play, we protect him. Like when you watch Everton, it's probably like one of them.
And he has a very good bull out when it comes to crossing. He's a very good crosser of the ball.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say. It's like one of that tough chances creator. Is not because it can overlap, it can underlap if needed, it can join with the strikers. It's just like Chilwell, he can also score some goals. So I think, for him to replace and he's a better defender than Alonso. Let's be clear on that one. I mean, it's not like he's miles better, but he's slightly better than Alonso. So I think as a left wing back is gonna be a good fit for Chelsea. My problem is just like the chemistry. Will he be there with the other defenders? And we don't know the situations coming January with some of the players wanted to be gone. So like if they bring in another set of centre backs to come in for Chelsea, how would that chemistry work in that defense? And your style of play too, it will change under him. Will he be able to like work on the what's it called? Tuchel. But I believe in Tuchel too because like I used to say, and you also say some you say it too, like Tuchel isn't just a manager, he's a coach. And I think he can coach him on how he wants him to play. And we can see
because I'm surprised Rafa Benitez is not even putting him in his lineup. Because he has I remember very well Benitez and Lucas Digne had a fight and the training bus stop. So he omitted him from the squad entirely. That was why he said, I think he told Benitez he wants to leave. So that was the reason they said he's gonna go in January. He wants to go in January. Because Benitez didn't believe in him.
When Ancelotti was there, he was one of the top performers. You know, he was one of the best players, and he improved them. And we were like, oh, can they even get top for this season? But we saw what happened, like mid-season and all of that stuff. So I think it's a great addition until Chilwell is back. And you know, with your recent performance, you will need someone like Lucas Digne because with everyone getting injured with this COVID thing, everyone just needs someone. It's not just Chelsea right now. It's just like even Tottenham Hotspur, they had that thing, and now they're out of the Conference League. I don't think they care anyways, but you know, that's still a great. It's a great addition for Chelsea. My only problem with him is like, can he handle this defensive responsibility? Because we know sometimes if the guy likes to go forward, sometimes your center back will be out of position. Can he come back as quickly as the likes of Alonso does it? So Alonso is also pretty fast. I know Lucas Digne is fast, so he just like.
But what I love about him is he has a very good cross. He's a very good crosser of the ball.
So
how much do you think he'll cost?
I think Everton want to sell him for 21 million.
20 That's cheap. EJ, how much would you think he would be worth? Then go on.
I mean,
And he's 28. He's 28.
I honestly think the Ancelotti version of him was at least a £50 million player. I think.
that's
I think so
exactly that's what I was about to say before. Before I answer a question, like he hasn't been performed recently. I think I don't have to say that guy name, but it's the longest name, Segano or whatever it's called. I think it's the one playing as left back for.
No.
Um,
What's his name of this guy that plays in left back for them?
I haven't got a
forgotten.
clue.
I need to check that lineup.
But he can't be any good if we can't remember the name. But go on.
so what you get?
Ben Goffrey. Ben Goffrey.
Ah, yeah, good for
Yeah,
you.
exactly. So I mean, so I think his lack of game time also the dot is price obviously. You know what happened with even great players when they don't play in a form. In sometimes their what's it called? Price tag goes down. So I think maybe 30 to 40. Yeah, maybe we can say
It's
30.
not informed yet. I don't think because the report I'm hearing is they want to go for just 21 million. So they'll be able to because they already have a left back. There's a Ukrainian left back they bought from Ukraine. It's gonna be the one that will replace Lucas Digne in January. It's already did the medical and it passed the medical. So you will replace Lucas Digne in January.
Yeah, but I think
They have a replacement already.
It's a great fit and great addition, especially the style of play. You know, I'll be worried if he's like coming to a team with like a 4-3-3 style of play. You know, like with four at the back. I don't think he's that good of a defender. We just come up with like almost every left back right now. No one can actually defend except like a few like Robinson, even Alfonso Davis. You can say is a great defender.
Cancelo maybe.
Yeah, his pace help him, you know, all of those guys that pace help them. And look, I think it's still like 23, 24. So
It's 28.
really,
He's 20. Yeah, he's 20.
it looks young though. Like, cause when you see him run, he can still use his pace to recover the ball.
Yeah, it's 28. It's 28.
So you know, hopefully his pace doesn't run, and you like we know like the Premier League is a different thing. You know, like you need to be running consistently, and you need to press, especially with what Tuchel wants. He wants you to be pressing. So I think he can do the job. I mean, 28 isn't that old, you know. So it's a great fit for Chelsea, but a great fit, a great addition, even for because we know Alonso just like it can be good and it can be bad, but you know, Tuchel coming in, he has improved more. So like that's a great competition, and maybe that will like make them to like just wake up, you know.
Because I know what the board wants to do. They don't want to rush. They don't want to rush Ben Chilwell in. So
Yeah,
going
and
for look at it because my imagination based on the report is Ben Chilwell will be back in January the 15th or the 30th of January, which is next month.
I just feel it's great for competition also because like that could wake up players. You know, I think that's what is happening in Chelsea right now. Some of these guys don't have competition, and that's why they're just playing like they are right now. So
like the boss, nothing like the boss.
yeah, so maybe that's what they also look like. Alonso and Chilwell last season, we saw what happened. They were both at that position, and you know, Tuchel wasn't sure until this new season, and we saw it went to Chilwell. So it's a great addition to Chelsea. But you know, when Chilwell comes back, will it be starting? Will it still be
I think
starting?
my problem is when Chilwell comes back, it will be eased into the team. He will not start immediately. He won't start. It will be easy.
Yeah, I know. I mean, like, fully fit, realistic. Like, hopefully that doesn't cause an issue. So that's my only concern for Chelsea. Will it cause an issue if Chilwell return back fully healthy, fully fit? So
that exactly that's what I would love to see. But it's good to have a competition though, because
yeah,
Tuchel
it
can make Tuchel switch formation because everybody has been saying they want him to switch formation. Maybe, just maybe.
I don't think he's gonna switch his formation because the fans want it. You know, he's there to win. Match is not to listen to what the fans say. But I get where you're coming from. All fans are like that, but you know, it's a great addition. Like, yeah, Tom can go.
Yeah. So Tom, look at Dean in January.
I'm not worried. I'm not worried. I mean,
Or you can even sign this guy Luke Shaw.
Don't
Relax,
try,
relax,
EJ. Don't try.
relax.
Don't try.
Stop. Stop.
No. But honestly, I think EJ hit the nail on the head when he said everything fits with a player like Lucas Digne. I mean, even if you wanted to save money, which is something that Chelsea don't do, go and get someone like a Tagliafico or somebody from Ajax. I
Yeah.
mean, he
Age,
already,
same age. They had the same age also.
yeah, he's having basically the same problems with Ten Hag, the likes of what Lucas Digne is having with Rafa Benitez,
Benitez.
where they're having the clash with the styles because the playing time and wanting to leave and a new challenge, etc. Tagliafico and Lucas Digne are both at the same age,
Yeah.
and they're going to cost hardly. There's not going to be that much of a difference between the two of them. I think Lucas Digne, just because he's at a Premier League club, will cost a little
True.
bit more, possibly. But even if Lucas Digne does leave, Everton, by all means, go and take the
They already
name.
had a replacement already. They
Yeah,
already had
yeah,
a replacement.
I know they've already got a replacement. But if they didn't, Tagliafico, easily, easy, simple replacement. Very similar player, very similar contrasting styles from what I've seen. Anyway, he's got the European experience when Ajax
Yeah.
went to the semi-finals and everything like that. That brilliant team that was built then, obviously come through it, relatively unscathed and stuff, and still at Ajax now. So clearly, Ten Hag saw something in him, and going for a new challenge and stuff. It's not a bad idea. Defensively, he's got the attributes for it. Exactly the same with attacking wise. He's got the attacking output. Brilliant crosser of the ball, set piece taker. He's got a lot of attributes that he can bring to a Chelsea team. Likewise
Yeah.
with
It
Lucas
can
Digne.
cross. He's a very good in set piece. Oh
This
Lord.
thi- 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 this
What I
this
like
is
about
it.
him
This is
is
it.
his crossing. His crossing is very damn good. Damn good.
Both of them are. I'll give both of them props. Both of them are good crosses of the ball. But if we're looking in an ideal world, I think I don't always like to use Man United as an example, but kind of like what we did with Alex Telles, where you need somebody who's going to come in and be a bit of a stopgap, should we say, who's going to, when they need to be called upon, be ready.
They be
In a
ready.
way, you need that kind of player. Even if it's a 15 million, £20 deal from somebody, go and get somebody until Ben Chilwell can get fully fit and get back in the game.
Into the game.
Because
Yeah.
as soon as Ben Chilwell's fit, Luke Digne's, he better get nice and comfortable on that bench because that's where he'll be the whole time.
Yeah.
He'll,
I
he'll,
agree.
he'll rarely get a start when Ben Chilwell's fully fit again. I can have a
Because I don't think Tuchel
I'll have a
trusts
sportsman bet with
Alonso. I
anybody
don't
on
think
that.
Tuchel trusts Alonso in terms of going forward for
Oh,
the
he
Euro.
don't trust Alonso. Listen now, Abdullah, if a club came in for Alonso tomorrow and said we'll take him for free, he'll ship him out. He
Yes, sir.
really,
Yes, sir.
he really does not like Alonso to play Alonso.
And to just add to your point, like that's probably like the cheap left back final because I don't think you guys are looking for long term what's it called replacement because you guys know Chua will be back. So
Precisely, yeah.
left back, I think is the best option you guys have right now. Like with the like
Yeah,
like Victor or look at.
because I understand why they want to go for Lucas Digne because of Premier League proving.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I agree.
I understand that. Yeah,
I
yeah.
understand that. I'm not, and I like him because I like Lucas Digne a lot because once we miss a lot in Chelsea when Ben Chilwell was there because Ben Chilwell can cross, he can combine with fullbacks and the wingers we have and also the
And he's
attacker
also a great set piece taker.
set piece too. Also, what I like about Lucas Digne is he's very good in set piece. I like him a lot because when you look up and say the striker or wingers, he's gonna cross that ball. And I've been crying out for Chelsea Football Club. When you have Lukaku in your team, who is good on the hair, Kai Havertz, who is good on the hair, cross the ball. Just it's true. Don't do pass. Cross.
I mean,
Somebody can head.
it's all down to coaching, maybe to Chow.
Exactly. Cross. Just cross the ball. Somebody can head. Kai Havertz is 6'3" or 6'4" or 6'2", something like that. So cross that damn
I
ball.
think it should be 6-3. I may be wrong.
Yeah. Cross that damn ball. Because
Yeah,
it's a
I
boost.
think with the
Cross
addition
the ball.
of Ogadin, that's what they will have to do. I mean, not every time they should be looking to just cross into the box for just crossing sake. But like when he knows, he's on mark or like tough opposition, all this low block team. I think that's when a Lucas Digne is very important in a team, and a Lukaku is very important in a team.
Yeah,
So
decision
the addition
making.
of Lukaku, so the addition of Lukaku to this team will be very important when you bring in a player like Lucas Digne. But with Tuchel goes for him. I mean, will Tuchel be playing Lukaku just for that? I'm not so sure because it just looked like they fell out for some reason. I know he's been injured, but like even when he was fit against, I don't recall what team was it, but they prefer to have Calvert starting ahead of Lukaku, and Lukaku was
Exactly. I love what
so
happens. It will take Benchwell time to get back into his best. So look at Dini could have a lot of run of games that he could show his potential. Then that could be okay for Benchwell to ease him into maybe when we have this match in February, March, April, when he's gonna be ready in those matches when we're gonna be needing him. Right? Because the report said he's gonna come back in January, middle of January. For me, that's too early. Because after that, it's here to go for surgery to see his leg if everything is okay. But bringing a look at Dean now, look at could keep playing, get his form back, get ready, be in form and everything. And once he's in form, when Benchwell comes back and get ready to play, it's easier because now Chilwell will be able to rest and get the same together.
yeah, I agree with all your point.
So, Tom, round up your talk on Luka Dean.
Yeah. Well, we've already obviously made
Okay.
the points and rounded it up, haven't we?
So, do you think is it good on a back four or back three? I'm a little bit because answer let's play back four when he was in the back.
we've seen it right. We're seeing now when he has played under Benitez, when he has played in a back four, you can see he's not in form. Performances are rubbish. He wants to leave. Doesn't like the system. He wants out. Like me and EJ already said earlier and agreed on, under Ancelotti, he was a £50 million player minimum. That's just minimum. £50 million player minimum. That's the sort of price tag you would get for the performances he was putting in at that time under Ancelotti. He was one of the best players at Everton. Brilliant in an attacking output. Defensively, he wasn't brilliant, but he had the basics. He had the foundation and knowledge there. Not to get caught out as many times as, players like Alonso do every now and then, defensively or near enough every week. But you look at a player like Lucas Digne, I think, like I said with Martial, at that age in the career, need to know where the future is now. Sign a contract, 3, 4, 5 years, and set your future up for the last big payday of your career, so to speak. Because like with players like Martial, like with Lucas Digne, the next club is important for them, and it has to be the right club for their careers.
And they have to win something at least.
It's not even about winning something though. If they find the right club and they find happiness, and they can play football with a smile on their face, even it doesn't have to be win things. Play football with a smile on their face, then by all means, then I think that's good enough for some players. And so long as it pays the bills as well, and it pays good, and they've got a decent retirement fund for when they finish football, they're going to be happy. At the end of the day, everybody has regrets in their career. Everybody has regrets. Lots of players I could name from Man United had regrets when they left Man United because they never went on to do anything else at other football clubs. Chelsea, you've had similar stories where you had it with, you bought in a brilliant, player that you thought you were getting in Torres, and it didn't live up to as much as the hype as it should have done. If we're being fair, it didn't live up to it. Same with the likes of Costa. He won you the Premier League, but he won the Premier League obviously with Conte and everything. But when the bomb fell out of it, he froze him out of the club. He isolated him, and the relationship was teared. Mourinho had the similar story with some of the players, the likes of Willian, the likes of Pedro, the likes of Hazard, the likes of David Luiz. It always has happened. But for Lucas Digne, listen, go and find your next club. If your next club's Chelsea, by all means, go and do all you can to get your move there. But listen, if he wants to go abroad, I don't know if he's got his eyes on a club like I don't know, a Lazio or bloody go back to France and I don't know, a Marseille, somebody like that. By all means, go. Go and fulfill what you think is your destiny, or will give you, happiness in your career and a good, set you up for the end of football.
Fair, fair enough. But for me, though, I like Lucas Digne because people say Robertson is the best left back in Premier League. I think the second left back in Premier League for me, in terms of output and everything, is Lucas Digne for me. It's Lucas Digne.
I mean, Tierney. I mean, I like the guy.
Well, hold on. I know a guy, a Portuguese guy, who plays fullback in the Premier League.
I'm talking about
who is better than Lucas Digne after before you start popping off.
Dalot?
João.
Cancelo. Cancelo is the right.
I was gonna say, don't start popping off about Lucas Digne as if he's.
I'm talking about left back.
Yeah, he plays left back. Cancelo,
yeah.
He plays left back and right back.
I get what Abdullah is saying. He's not like a natural left back.
Yeah, I get what he's saying as well.
And again, Roberto Carlos isn't the same as last.
Who's that? I've never heard of somebody called that.
He played for the West Devil.
Last. Roberto Carlos, the last.
If you were being read by the Stellars, it seems like Ragnar doesn't rate him.
Relax. So, I want to talk about another thing. I want to talk about Afcon because I listened to what Samuel Eto'o said, and I quote, he said, when they played the Heroes in the 2020, there was full fans, no COVID pandemic, no restriction. When they played the Copa America, no COVID restriction, no pandemic, full stadium, everything was ready. He said, and I quote, why is it that they want to play African football, African Cup of Nations, and they say players must not travel to their nations, to their respective country? That is bad. And he said, my question to the UEFA and the FA and the FIFA is, why are you rating our players, the black players, not going into their respective country? Are you being biased or are you being lenient to the players? Tom and AJ, your take on that. That is Samuel Eto'o quote.
Yeah, I get Samuel Eto'o's point and everything. I don't know. Does he have is he on like a board or something?
No, he's the sporting. Yeah, he's the president of Cameroon now. President of Cameroon.
Ah, right. I thought he had some sort of role in African football. Yeah. When he finished playing, I thought he had some sort of role, kind of like what.
Yeah, it was kind
of like what Drogba had in a way, where we had that ambassador role, didn't he?
Now he's
Ivory Coast.
Now he is the is the president of Cameroon. He is.
So in a way, he kind of does the role that Arsene Wenger does for FIFA, then, doesn't he? Develop football for FIFA, but he develops football for Cameroon, I guess.
Cameroon, yeah.
Yeah. But I obviously get his point with what he said and everything, because everything was set for the Euros, wasn't it? It was set for the Euros for, it all to be taking place in France. There was the year delay, COVID happened, they put it up in multiple cities with a format and stuff. I actually thought that format was a little bit better, in my personal opinion. There was a travel, there was a different feel to it, a location, a vibe. But I think there should just be like a neutral setting on it where you pick 5 stadiums in the world. I don't know, you pick the best highest capacity stadium in England, Wembley. You do the exact same in Barcelona, in Spain. So, for example, Barcelona or the Bernabeu. You do the exact same thing in Italy with Juventus. You just choose the 5 best, biggest capacity stadiums in Europe's 5 top major leagues, and you use them, and you do it in that kind of format and transition around, and then just put the neutral final in.
Okay, so I've seen what they said. They said, "Oh, okay, I've seen it. Why should it not be played?" Because they asked him about the Afcon. Why should it be cancelled? He said, "Why should it not be played?" The federation.
Listen. If Premier League football is still going to go ahead, if La Liga, if the Bundesliga, if the Eredivisie, if if every single league, the Chinese Super League, South American football, if every league is going ahead, then why shouldn't the Afcon tournament go ahead?
Exactly.
It's as simple as that. Everything if everybody else is going off the guidance of the World Health Organization, with everything to do with COVID and the new variants, the new strains and everything, play the AFCON for God's sake. It doesn't matter, like we've already said. If it's in one venue, I don't know, is the AFCON being hosted in one country or whatever? Or
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if it's getting hosted in one country, follow the format that they've built for now. And if you have to make the adjustments, like what UEFA did, where they made the adjustments for the Euros and it was played in 10 different cities over the whole tournament, if you've got to do that through Africa, do it. If you've got to play a game in Egypt, go and play a game in Egypt. If you've got to go and play a game in Nigeria, go and play a game in Nigeria. I don't know if you want a neutral, go and play in South America. Do a different format, do something different at least. If you've got to make adjustments around it, you make the adjustments to fit the purpose of the competition and the sport. And so long as there's still, that fairness to it, then what's I don't understand what the problem is.
Exactly, because this is the report. The rumor has only gotten stronger as the FIFA president, blah, blah, blah. So, however, both the CAF and the Cameroon Football Federation, president of FIFA president and the new elected president, Samuel Eto'o, believe there's no reason to postpone the tournament. He also continued by saying,
well, this is the thing. Hold on, Abdullah. Right. If they are going to postpone it, when are they actually going to postpone it to? Because
I don't know.
Hold on. Let me get my point though. Because you can't do it at the end of the season, because players are going to have a 3-week period at the end of the season. The end of that Champions League final, 3 weeks, and then they are on holiday, and then they are already preparing for the new season at football clubs. 3 weeks for the new Premier League season, or Bundesliga, La Liga, whatever. 3 weeks holiday, and then they're doing the new season. They can't do it in the winter like they're doing now, because that's when the World Cup's on. So, what are they going to do? Delay it for 2 years? It's not going to happen.
It doesn't make any sense.
Just honestly, seriously, take the risk, let it go ahead, get the competition done out of the way. It shouldn't be postponed, not because of an economic reason, because money in AFCON's brilliant. You get an advertisement also from Sky Sports for hosting the games.
Yeah.
So you're getting Sky Sports broadcasting in Africa. Which is good. Which realistically, getting a top broadcaster like Sky Sports, it might have been a bit better if you got someone like a BT, but Sky Sports, if you get somebody
in
like
America,
that,
is ESPN Plus. I'm not sure. I need to check. I think
ESPN have the deal with. They had the deal with South American for the Copa America, didn't they?
And also the AFCON too. I think they will show the AFCON. I'm not sure. I need to check.
Yeah. But you're getting all these major broadcasting companies like ESPN, The Zone, you got fucking Sky Sports and stuff are also coming into it. And when these major broadcasts are coming in, it's just going to fuel money. And if you're going to postpone it, those big broadcasting companies are going to pull their money away, like Sky Sports, like, if BT were hosting it, like this ESPN deal that you've just said about there, I mentioned about Abdullah, all these big broadcasters are going to pull their money out, and it's not going to look good for the AFCON.
Yeah.
And if you're wanting to improve, the quality of it, the clarity of it, the competition, I guess, within AFCON, you need to fuel it with money. Unfortunately, this is the world that we live in with football, where money has taken over. You saw it at PSG, you saw it at Man City. It's going to happen at Newcastle in the next decade, where money will take over that club, that city, and ultimately bring it to that top level. And you put money into AFCON, it's going to bring the competition better. You're going to have better development. Some of the world's best players will come out of that continent, like they already have. Likes of Mane, Salah, Drogba obviously came from that continent. Samuel Eto'o, the man on the screen, the president of Cameroon, speaking and stuff. It's obviously going to, this is just going to ramp it up for the new and next generation, for my kids, for your kids of life, for everybody of new generations or new backgrounds. It's just going to give them more education, really, isn't it? It's going to give them a better competition to watch from I don't know how many years the AFCON is on. Is it on 2 years?
1 month. Okay, it's every 2 years.
Yeah. I meant every 2 years, because I know obviously World Cup's 4 years and stuff. But this is where I just think organisations like the AFCON need to negotiate with UEFA and FIFA. They need to negotiate with both of them, because FIFA are trying to make the World Cup every 2 years.
Every 2 years, yeah.
That will clash with the AFCON, But nobody's looking at this from that point of view. You go to UEFA then. That will clash with UEFA's competitions, like the UEFA Nations League, like the UEFA Champions League, Europa League, Conference League. It will clash with all of these competitions. But nobody Afcon don't want to speak about it and don't want to talk to these big organizations. I don't know why. Copa America do
I think it's all about money. It's all about money.
Yeah, but this is the thing that Copa America spoke to UEFA and made a competition where the Copa America winner, Argentina, will face the European winners, Italy, in a neutral, like in a way, the international cup, I guess. In a competition, they've created their own competition between the two of them. Why can't Afcon go to them and say, right, we need to negotiate terms for how many years, it's going to be until the next World Cup or the next Euros, maybe 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, however long it is.
Because after playing this one, I think
the
next AFCON should be 2023, if I'm not mistaken.
It should be, yes. But if you're not going to put that standpoint on it, put it into 2024, put it in the winter for the AFCON players, for the African nation players, put it in the winter. Then you can have a European Championships if it's on the same year, because the European Championships would clash with it. But then you could have that in the summer, like what we had where Italy had won it. Unfortunately, beat my England in the final. But ultimately, it's not going to clash with anything because you'll have one competition in the winter, which would be the AFCON, and then you'll have the European Championships in the summer. So nobody's going to be affected. None of the organisations, UEFA, AFCON, FIFA, none of them will be affected. Football clubs, Premier League, Bundesliga, like all the leagues that we've just mentioned, they won't be affected by it.
Yeah.
Football players won't be affected by it. And financially, it's going to help the sport ultimately because you're going to get better funding for the AFCON. Like I've already said, the competition will get better. UEFA's competitions will only grow more vastly and widely through more organisations and tournaments like AFCON.
Yeah.
Like they did with the Copa America. They've brought a whole new fan base there to then mix in with the Europeans, where you've got that European South American clash. Yeah, for the International Cup. Yeah, then in a couple of years' time, if I'm in a position like the AFCON, for example, I would negotiate terms with the likes of FIFA then. Ultimately, let's talk about this contextually. Yeah, there's the FIFA Club World Cup, isn't there, that gets played? Yeah. Something like that, right, where you have the African Cup of Nations winner. Yeah, regardless of who it is, right, they have an exhibition match against the World Cup winners. Something like that. To put AFCON on a world stage and get more fans, and then you'll get more people want to watch. You'll get more broadcasting rights. You'll get more money. It's as simple as that. I'm not a businessman. I'm not a tycoon. I don't run businesses, willy nilly. But I know the basics of how to drum up and how to gain revenues and finance competitions like the AFCON to make competitions better.
Yeah, that's
and it's simple facts, because ultimately money takes over football. And when you have a person who comes in there with a chuckload of money, like an organisation, like FIFA, UEFA, if you can negotiate terms with either one of those two, footballing organisations, then you've got something going for you straight away. And that's why you see a lot more nowadays in the Premier League. You have all the different advertisements. You have with Arsenal, Fly Emirates. That's a new marketing tool to get into the Emirates market, to get into your Middle Eastern market. You have it with Manchester City, where they have the UAE market. You have it with PSG, with the Qatari market, with Qatar. Yeah, you have it with Chelsea, where you have. Yeah. You obviously, Man United. We have the American market, Liverpool American market. So there's always different, tools that can be used to make the AFCON competition better. But postponing it, it's just gonna, like I've said, if you want to take steps forward, you do some of the things what I say, but you just develop on them more. I would think you've got to go in more detail with them, and I'm not a person to do that. But go into more detail on the points that I've just said. Redevelop them, revamp the competition, put some money into it, and put it on the world stage. Not on the AFCON stage, the world stage, where people around the world will watch it.
Even
Not
the
ju-
AFCON is even better, much more watchable than the Copa America. It's
this
more
is what I
good.
mean. The Copa America. You look at South America. South America is nowhere near the size of the African Cup of Nations.
It's nowhere.
It's not between the two continents.
Mm-hmm.
Nowhere near. People, like I said, and this is where if you put Afcon on the worldwide stage, like with the likes of the Copa America,
Mm-hmm.
where it's on the world stage, people will pay to watch it.
Mm-hmm.
Then you will get more people want to watch it. They will
Yeah.
pay money to watch it.
Mm-hmm.
Broadcasting rights, like I've already said, more
Yeah.
money will get pumped in, and
Yeah.
you'll get a better deal for it all. It's
Mm-hmm.
as simple as that.
Very simple. Because what Samuel Eto'o is claiming is that it is retaliating to the AFCON and the Copa America and the Euro. It's being played in a full stadium without no pandemic. Why shouldn't AFCON be the same thing? Why is it that AFCON is always been exempted from the comment? That is a lack of disrespect for the whole entire nations of both UEFA and both FIFA. And I can agree with Samuel Eto'o because he's been angry about the lack of how do I put it? Lack of timing from both FIFA and the UEFA because it's AFCON now. So we want to just AFCON now. Forget about it. It doesn't make any sense because I was the Copa America. The Copa America was trash. By the final, it was trash. Even the Euro, just because the Euro was being postponed because of the pandemic, it was good. But this is an African Cup of Nations where all African football in the whole world of football travels to their respective country to what to play. You cannot tell me Mohamed Salah, Sadio Mane, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang will not want to go to their country to play to represent their country. That is not done. That is a dumbass decision not to do because they want to play for their country. So you cannot exclude them not to play for their country. They have to. So the timing for me is wrong, very very wrong. In which FIFA and the UEFA need to like find the leeway to kind of maximize it together to make it work to make it work better for me.
Hey, what's up, guys? How you doing?
Good to make it work better. So because if Eto is being if it's retaliating about this word now, then FIFA and UEFA needs to look at that. How do I fix this in the next AFCON? Because the next AFCON is 2023. How does that work? Are they going to put it in 2023 or 2024? That is that's the issue they're going to be facing right now for me. Because the AFCON should have been played last year. It didn't play because of the pandemic. Now it's going to be played this coming year. Now they have to figure it out. Should we play this year, next year, or after 2024? That's what the issue is right now.
Okay. Yeah, hello, guys.
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Oh, okay. How you doing, man?
Good. So
about the AFCON, can I say something about the AFCON?
Sure. Mm-hmm.
So you said about the AFCON, right? I've always, even like before this season, I've always stressed the fact that I can understand. I mean, this is happening at a very, very late stage. I don't want them to cancel it, right? Well, I don't want them to postpone it either. But going forward, I think AFCON should be hosted in the summer, like every other normal tournament. If you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But
you know why it's not being hosted in the summer, right?
Okay, why?
It's not hosted in the summer because because the rainy season in Africa, because Africa is on the equator, right? And the rainy season is heaviest between the months of May and August, right? And those months are very wet, like it rains every day. There's no way you can play football there.
Yeah, but that has to do with the host country though, because I think the last AFCON was hosted in the summer, if I remember very well. The last summer, the one in Algeria.
Yeah, it was hosted in the summer. So
in Egypt.
Exactly. So the problem is in sub-Saharan Africa, which is the countries below the Sahara. Those countries are on the equator, and the weather. So are you saying that so the AFCONs will always be hosted by Egypt, Tunisia, Algeria, and Morocco? No, Africa is 54 countries, right? All the countries, the tournament, the tournament has to touch every part of the continent. So the last two editions have been hosted in the North African region, right? So it makes sense for the West African country to host it this time. So that's the reason why. So all the history of this tournament, it's always been played in January and February. All the history. So in 1960, when it started, it's always played in January and February because of the weather. So it's nothing new. It's not like they started playing AFCON in January and February like 10 years ago. This is 4 decades now, or 5 decades this competition has been on. So
yeah, because it keeps colliding with the football season, and I feel like it's not really fair for other teams. And if you remember correctly, the coach that first had an issue with this was Fergie. Because if you watch, there was one time Fergie said he doesn't really like signing African players because of the fact that they have to go.
Good luck to Fergie.
Yeah.
Fergie was to me, Fergie was a racist, right? So because that was racial, what he said there. He was.
No, I mean,
he never signed African players.
It doesn't have to be a racist. Though. You might just have an issue with it because it's not really fair.
No. He never. I understand, but he never actually. He never signed. He signed Jemba, right? And he wrecked Jemba.
Yeah,
he signed Jemba in 2001, I think 2002. When Jemba, I think 2002, 2003, he signed Jemba. But then Jemba was he won the AFCON with Cameroon, but he never ever shown in Manchester United. The reason why Fergie just started playing. I don't know. Fergie was just. I don't know why Fergie signed that boy because he wrecked that boy's career. That boy never came out from Man U as the same player. The same with Quinton Fortune. Fortune, the South African guy. Yeah.
South African, yeah.
Yeah, the South African guy.
Yeah,
the same thing he wanted to do with.
I know African players. I know he signed. And maybe Mikel too, but
he wanted to sign that. No, Mikel ditched them because of. All those things, because Mikel probably saw that there's a pattern here. And there's a pattern. No African player has ever succeeded in Manchester United, and that's a fact. In the history of Manchester United, not one African has ever succeeded. So and that's a red flag, period. Yeah. Why is that no African player has succeeded playing in Manchester United in their whole history, in their entire history? We're looking at history that goes almost 100 years. Not one African player has ever succeeded in that football club. Yeah. Tell me. If you tell me that's not racist or something, I don't know what else to say. Or is it biased?
I really don't think it's racist because Fergie signs black players now. You can't. Maybe it does. It just.
But those black players,
the fact of the tournament.
Okay. Are you telling me that there were no good?
Yeah, but that doesn't mean it's racist.
When Fergie, it's racist to me.
You think it's racist because
there's some kind of bias, right? Because why don't you sign?
You can say there's a bias. You can say there's a bias for sure, but you can't say it's racist because it doesn't like signing. But
racism is a type of bias, though. It's an unconscious bias.
Okay, I agree with you on that one.
Yeah, it's an unconscious bias. It's a type of bias, right? So if you say someone is biased towards a particular race, it means that the person there's some spectrum of racism. I'm not saying when people say racism, it looks like the person called him the N-word. It doesn't have to be the N-word.
Yeah.
It's just a pattern of behavior,
right?
Right?
What you're saying, yeah.
It's just a pattern of behavior. So yeah.
Yeah,
I'm proving wrong.
To Abiola and Emi now, was Eto right to criticize both UEFA and FIFA in terms of their lack of respect to African football?
Yeah, he's right because if you think about it, right, you guys have known that AFCON has always been hosted in January. So why is it that you guys are not talking at the very last minute? That is my own issue.
So what's the problem? What's UEFA saying?
Eto criticized UEFA by saying that Eto said it was the Copa America. It was played at the full stadium, no pandemic issues. The Euro was played in the full stadium, no pandemic issues. He said, why are they going to cancel the African Cup of Nations now? Just because of pandemic. He said that is a lack of
who is trying to cancel it? UEFA doesn't have the power to cancel it.
It's not UEFA.
No, FIFA cannot cancel. FIFA cannot cancel it. It's a CAF. It's a CAF. It's a CAF. Yeah.
The CAF have come out and said the AFCON will stand. They will play this.
No. What I read was that they said AF was thinking about postponing it again. That's what me I read.
Yeah, but Eto have come out and said no. That is, it will commence. It will commence. Even the FIFA, the CAF president have come out and said right? Yeah, Cameroon. Yeah,
they're hosting in Cameroon. Yeah. But yeah, the person that has the power to postpone it is CAF, and CAF has to sit. yeah, they have to sit with their member federations and say, okay, this is the reason, these are the reasons why we might consider postponing the tournament. But UEFA does not have the right. They can't even influence that. And FIFA also cannot, because CAF by itself is a federation under FIFA, right? It's its own autonomous federation. So FIFA is just a consolidated body that that consolidates all the continental federations, right?
Yeah.
So
I can understand
that's just it. So
I can understand Eto's point of view. I can completely understand his point of view, because
I think that's one of the best things that happened to African football. That Eto.
Yeah, for me, at this point, I think it's too late. They should just let it go on, please.
No, it will go on. It will go on. It will commence. It is standard.
It's just 2 weeks from now, right?
Yeah, it's gonna be January the 9th.
I think January 9 or 8 or 9.
Yeah, January the 9th. Yeah.
But
because the FA said they are worried about releasing their players to Afcon because of the pandemic, because of the COVID-19, the rise of COVID-19. So Etona came out and said, but you play Euro in between the COVID, you play Copa America in between the COVID. Why are you sabotaging the Afcon just because it's COVID-19? So it's like it's not balanced. That is what Eto is saying. It has to be balanced.
Like, it's not
you
fair,
have to give respect to African Football Federation. You have to respect them. You have to give the respect to them. That is the lack of disrespect for me.
I think, let me not lie, it's even us that are trying to even talk plenty, because CAF will do what they have to do. If they want to hold the tournament, for gosh, sure, the tournament is going to hold.
It's going to hold.
No, nobody is going to be able to stop it. Now, the only thing that will stop that tournament is if there's a real pandemic hit in Cameroon, where there's a breakout, where the virus is everywhere. That's different. But if that's not happening, what do you what proof can you do to stop it? Yeah.
Exactly.
The thing why I see is why I see there's a lot of, because of where when this tournament is being hosted, there's a lot of people that don't want it to happen, right?
Yeah,
they want it to happen later in the year. A lot of people, clubs, some a lot of influential people don't want this to happen this time of the year. But there's nothing they can do about it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
that's true.
There's nothing they can do about it. If Cameroon can say, you know what, we are capable, because I've seen the 10 about the
CAF president have come out and said it will continue. It will commence in January the 9th. He said it's gonna be there.
Yeah.
He said he will be. Right?
It will be there. Yeah. He said even Samuel Eto'o have said it. Samuel Eto'o said no cancellation. African Cup of Nations will stand. It will commence in January the 9th.
Is Isaiah to see the president of CAF?
No, he's a different guy.
Because
I think it's from it's a guy from, is it Madagascar or Mozambique? I think
something like that.
Because I know Isaiah was there since '89 or something. That man, I was born before '89.
Isaiah has been long there, man.
It was there since 70 something. Yeah, it was there since something.
Is that Afcon bound?
He wanted to leave.
So I think the new president is let me see the name of the CAF president.
Also, like the fact that also
I heard
was being disrespectful about it. So he said it's small tournament hosted in Africa.
Yeah, his name is Patrice Motsepe. Motsepe is from.
Motsepe, okay.
Where is he from?
Who do you guys think is gonna win it?
I don't. It's a long one. I don't know yet.
I don't know.
Nigel from.
Anke, your take on what Samuel Eto'o said about the Afcon, because
what did he say?
He said, I quote what Eto'o said. He said, Copa America was played in between the COVID.
Somebody needs to mute their mic.
Okay. He said Euro was also played in between.
Okay.
Euro was also played in between the COVID. Why is African Cup of Nations being cancelled just because of COVID? Why is it that both UEFA, both FIFA, and even both FA are kind of sabotaging Afcon, not giving Afcon the respect they deserve just because it's African Cup of Nations? They don't want to. They don't get the respect they deserve. But if you're gonna talk about Copa America, people go to that country to play for them. people like Salah, Mane, Aubameyang wants to play for. They want to play AFCON. Why are you gonna be giving us this excuse and telling us just because it's AFCON now? So pandemic is outside now. They won't be able to talk to their country to play. That is a lack of disrespect. That is what SO is saying. So do you agree with Samuel Eto'o?
I agree to a degree because AFCON doesn't get the respect. That's just a fact, right? AFCON doesn't get the respect. But Abdullahi, this is life, Abdullahi. And in life, no, this is life. And in life, there's different parties have different motives. Is that the right thing to say? I don't know how in business.
Yeah.
In business, I don't know. Blue Eyes is the economics guy. In business, I don't know if it's motives or goals. Oh, sorry. I don't know if it's motives or goals. But different parties have different goals. Liverpool's goal has nothing to do with AFCON. You understand? Chelsea has nothing to do with AFCON.
Yep.
You know, that's just the bottom line. That's the bottom line. So whatever is in for their best interest, thank you, is interest. Whatever's in Chelsea's best interest, AFCON doesn't play a role in that. You understand what I'm saying? I'm like, so obviously
somebody needs to mute their mic. I don't know. I'm getting feedback.
Let me mute him. I think it's muted. It's my continue.
Okay.
Go ahead. So you know, that's just the way it is, Abdullahi, unfortunately. And you know, with the pandemic, because I'm in England right now, let me tell you, Abdullahi, this I get the Euro thing because you know it ain't right, but the COVID wasn't hitting during the Euros the way it's hitting now, man. This is serious. Like, I'm not sure about deaths, but in terms of people getting COVID right now in England, boy,
it's too much.
Boy, but even then, still, I get it because AFCON doesn't get the respect worldwide. You know, so that's the underlying point. My point is that that's the truth. AFCON doesn't get the respect. My point is that Eto knows what it is. These guys, these clubs don't care about AFCON. That's the truth because it doesn't align with their goals. So you know, that's just the way it is. Do I think AFCON should be postponed? No. I think worst comes to worst, I get it. But worst comes to worst, play behind closed doors. I'm serious. Worst comes to worst, if it gets bad, play behind closed doors.
This is what Eto said. I did not see a convincing reason to postpone the AFCON Club Nation. The Euro was played during the pandemic with full stadium. They played in many cities in Europe, and so why shouldn't we play in Cameroon? If so, I think we should postpone the tournament. They need to give us a good reason for us to postpone it. If that's the case, we're not gonna postpone AFCON. It will continue and it will stand. That is what I said.
Go ahead. I have no issue. Postpone or no postpone. I don't think it should be postponed anyway, but you know, because I don't, you know, respectfully, if anyone's passed away of COVID, this Omicron thing, I haven't seen the deaths ain't anywhere near the same. So, you know, I don't think it should be postponed personally, but that's just me, you know. That's just me. I want to talk about Lucas Digne later, but we'll get to that later. Yeah.
Listening to what Samuel Eto'o said now.
Yeah.
Do you agree with Eto'o, or you are like, okay, the last Eto'o?
Yeah, I totally agree with. This is the reason why it's very important for countries, especially, you know, big African footballing countries, to engage former players that played in Europe into local football politics. Because right now, when Eto'o is speaking, whether it's FIFA, whether it's whatever, I know FIFA has nothing to do with this, but whatever the governing body is, they go first manji, they go first humble themselves because they know this was a potential Ballon d'Or winner at one time.
Yeah.
You understand what I mean? So that aside, Eto'o is absolutely 200. My own is that I'm a partial AFCON fan. So anything I'm saying right now is coming from emotion. You understand? So for me, Eto'o is 250% correct. Yes, we cannot, like Enkedon said, we cannot underestimate the negative effects of COVID. But however, I looked at Euros, man. I remember how I watched Euros. I actually spent money watching Euros. And the same thing applies to beer. You know how much money on beer that was spent in Nigeria when kids were watching the Euros.
Yeah, why not on them?
And there were more people watching Euros, I bet you, in Nigeria than there were actually in England.
England, yeah, I agree.
So this is something that we have to like NK Don said, if worst comes to worst, we play with the closed door effect. But for now, AFCON should hold on January 9th and finish February 10th. And I even heard Osimhen is going to play potentially. If he gets called, he's going to play.
It will play with the Max.
Exactly. I think the whole idea, the reason why the reason, which is smart on the part of the media and world football, is the more they keep filtering the airwaves with these ideas, the more they're expecting that the African side will probably say, you know what, let's postpone this thing. So this is a different kind of pressure that they're trying to apply. Global pressure. They're trying to apply pressure on the African bodies, but I'm liking where Eto'o is standing, and I bet you that there's also an economic impact that Cameroon is expecting from the AFCON. Jobs, revenue. So we're looking at the huge revenue, infrastructural development. So what's going to happen with all these? What's going to happen to all these if this gets pulled off? So, we just got to make sure that we have very good preventative measures or control measures in place. So that when AFCON starts, I'm looking forward to it, man. There's going to be ballers, guys.
So many.
Finally you can watch ball. Ballers, people are going to
not
be
soccer.
Happy. No, not even football. This is ball. I'm so excited, man, guys.
Everybody is excited, and you want to cancel our tournament. I don't want to use an effort there.
Our World Cup.
I don't want to get angry. I just don't want to get mad.
Our own World Cup, our own monkey post, our own. You want to talk nonsense? You crazy? Nah. But this is me being part. I'm just being a fan. I know Eto'o and the guys have a lot of work. Eto'o and CAF, have a lot of work to do to actually protect the integrity of this tournament.
Eto'o said it's a lack of disrespect.
It is.
For African Federation.
That's why I'm so happy. This is why that's why this whole Eguavon pick for Nigeria is not a bad idea.
Even put out if I said Gabon might be like Stephen Keshi of 2013.
Amen. I hope so.
I rest my case on that.
Exactly. We shall. Yeah, it remains to be seen.
No, but Eto'o, just to echo Blue Ash's thing. Eto'o's always been real. Eto'o's always been real. Sorry to cut you off, but Eto'o's always been real.
Always.
He'll keep it real. So that's and right now in 2021, going into 20, that's needed. That's needed.
We need it.
Simple as that. Ahead of the Cameroon, president of the Cameroon is needed. Is needed, and I applaud Cameroon for because Cameroon done that anyway. I remember Seedorf was a manager at one point. It wasn't their own, but
it's close.
It's close. Either way, it's needed. African countries need to follow suit. It's needed.
Something huge as well that people are not even talking about. Scouts. Global scouts are going to be scavenging talent.
Exactly. Even I'm surprised.
You're going to see new contracts.
Taking up AFCON in UK.
You're going to see new contracts.
Sky
Sport is going to be showing it in the UK actually.
Yeah, Sky Sport is going to show it in UK.
In the US, I think it's beIN Sport is showing it in the US.
I don't have a beIN Sport. Hold on, I don't have beIN Sport.
Yeah, you can just subscribe there
and cancel after one.
Okay, I want to ask a question. Who's gonna is it true Nigeria is trying to get a foreign coach?
No, I think
is it through the fire draw?
No, I think Eguavon will take over.
Draw,
no, Eguavon will take over for the AFCON. I'm not sure about the World Cup.
So the fire draw, right?
The fire draw, yeah.
Oh wow!
So
is it
Eguavon will take over from?
A few days ago, I was reading that that they said it was the Mourinho. I don't know if it's true. I saw it on this website called owngoal.com. I don't know, Nigeria.com or some shit like that. They said Mourinho recommended one guy to NFF. One guy called I think Jose Pariosi or something. He said he was a former coach of Venezuela. That Mourinho recommended him because he used to work for Mourinho before. So is that true or no?
I'm not sure.
Nigeria should do their own due diligence. Not focus on what one guy is saying. They should do their own.
Do their own diligence. That's it. It's simple.
Because see, here's the thing, right? That team is, you see that Nigerian team right now. That team is too stark. And I was thank God they got rid of Rowe. I was saying I've been stressing it that Roy is pulling that team back because that team is too damn talented. That team we have players right now for a very, very long time. We actually have stars right now that's coming out of that.
Yeah, the Nigerian team is up, man. It's money. It's money. In terms of the talent level.
The coach was just pulling them back. That's like after that.
I'd lie. It's too stacked. I'd lie. No. I'd lie. I'm being serious. This is Nigeria's time right now.
Okay, you want me to talk about Nigeria? I don't want to.
This next 6 years, I'll say next 6-7 years is time.
That team is good.
Yeah, this next 6-7 years is money. It's time.
Because you see, we have Osimhen up front. We have Osimhen. We have this guy in Watford. What's that Watford guy?
Ima Bonaventure. That's my guy. Bonaventure.
There's Seydou Sanusi from FC Porto. Olaino. Abdullahi Shehu, so Wilfred Ndidi, Onyeka Francis.
Frank Onyeka is nice as well, by the way. Nice player.
There are so many players, and just talent, huge talent, huge one.
My problem is I don't want the too much. I don't want
too much hype.
No, I don't want too many chiefs and not enough villagers. I need like enough villagers and just few chiefs, and that's what this team is looking like. However, we still need a director that can put all these talent, all these different characters together and put together, because that's our problem. Is we are stacked, but are we stacked and heading in the right direction? Like right now, like what's his name? Onwuachu, Paul Onwuachu is injured. He pulled his hamstring 2 days ago, so he's out for AFCON.
He's out.
I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I've never been a fan of that guy, though. To be honest.
No, we need him, man. We need him. That guy has height.
Bro, please, nah. We need him. Bro,
sorry, boss. I don't know, but sometimes you need a plan B.
Squad.
You need plan B.
Yeah, you need plan B. The length and breadth of your squad, man. It's not about. It's not about whether he's going to be the number one man. You need, if he's on the bench, the guy who started. What
happens if Osimhen gets injured?
No, Osimhen hasn't even scored enough goals. Hold on.
Okay. Here's the thing. Go ahead, Blue Eyes. Go ahead.
Osimhen hasn't even scored enough goals for Nigeria. Osimhen is lacking in goal production. That's the truth.
Yeah, but because he just started playing up to it. He hasn't been playing up to 2 years for Nigeria.
That's true, but still, his goal production is very poor in comparison to what he does professionally for Napoli and his team in Ligue 1. So right now, Osimhen still has a lot of work to do. That's why Raw went to get. Imagine you have to go get a pensioner in Igalo to come and
Yeah, I still prefer for Onwuachu than Igalo.
Exactly, but Igalo is in the squad. Guess what? Igalo is in the squad.
Wait, are you serious?
I'm very serious.
They called him back.
Yes.
Yeah, they called him back. He's in the team.
He's in the team. That's what I'm telling you. Pensioner.
No.
Yeah, so I don't know. Well, we haven't seen the final 22 yet, but he played our last friendlies. He came back, and that's because General was targeting. He wanted to use him as a supplementary striker.
There's this Nigerian guy that plays in the Dutch league. I think.
Yeah, I know the guy you're talking about.
Who? Is he Desas or something?
Yeah, Desas.
That guy.
I want that guy.
Yeah.
The guy is good.
Yeah, he's not. Yeah, he's a squad player.
Yeah, and there's this guy that plays for Brentford too. I think.
Onyeka.
That one is already in the team.
Oh, that one is there. No, that one has to be there. Yeah. That one has to be there.
Is that like NK Don said? Emmanuel Bonaventure. That guy, we need him.
Yeah,
we need him by all means.
We need that guy.
He's one of the signings of the season. You know, he's one of the. He's top 3 signings of the season at least. Don't get me started on that guy. I'd lie. Please don't get me started on Marcus Alonso. Please, it's too early. Please.
Bro, tell me about it. I'm tired of that guy. You know what's crazy, right? You know what's crazy? When this season started, right? All those Alonso fans.
I'm here. We're here.
We're here. Oh, you are there. No, not there. Now I don't see now. When this season started, right?
We're very
close. Chill, bro.
Okay, go ahead, bro.
When this season started, right? When Tuchel was stressing that Chilwell wasn't match fit. It wasn't match with this, that, right? Constantly, Alonso fans were shouting, "Hey, this! Alonso has taken over. This, that." And I was just saying, I said, Chilwell will still take his spot back. Let this guy just gain that fitness back. You see, once Chilwell gets down fitness, right, then he starts scoring goals and doing everything, right. Once that guy got injured, I knew Alonso was shit. I said, yo, my God. And see,
I said it, but people thought it was true
been
sentiment, bro. People thought I was defending
sentiment.
true. I know Alonso. I know this guy, man. I know him personally.
Alonso, see, don't get me wrong, bro. See, the other good thing about Alonso is just because of his goal output, right?
Yeah.
That guy is slow. Oh my God. Do you know how bad it can be for Tuchel to say he wants to use Saul as a going back?
Listen,
That's
all I
how
have to say, boss, you're talking about this season. The way Chelsea were desperate to sign Emerson Palmieri. Man, I'm lying. Don't do it, bro. I'm lying. Don't please.
See, here's the thing, right? See, I think I would say I preferred Emerson to stay than Alonso.
I don't like Alonso, bro.
I kept saying this.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. You have to understand. There's no interest in Alonso. There's no actual interest elsewhere. That's the issue.
Inter wanted to sign him though.
Inter wanted to sign him.
No, because the thing.
Inter was trying to they were trying to get him on loan with I think obligation to buy or option to buy. But I think Chelsea said no. We want straight cash. So that's why Chelsea. That's what we did. But from what I heard, Emerson Palmieri was supposed to stay. Yeah. But they said the reason Emerson left was because of it was trying to be in the World Cup squad for Italy. That was why he went to Lyon. But Alonso, the plan was actually to sell Alonso. But once Emerson left,
people, you know what? Alonso, this whole thing about slating Alonso is just, with all due respect, is just lazy football analysis.
What do you mean?
What do you mean, bro?
What do you mean?
No.
What do you mean, bro?
I'll tell you what. It's easy to persecute Alonso when Chelsea is not doing well. So that's why, and I've heard this. You're preaching to the choir. I've heard no.
See, I've been
even if it does, Alonso is clear.
Hold on. I remember this last game. Listen, Alonso is high risk. Let me reintegrate you guys. I don't even have to, because I already know where you stand. But let me tell you why. Coaches cannot do. I'll tell you why coaches can't do without Alonso. Alonso is high risk, high reward.
What do you mean they can't do without him?
They can't.
Tuchel doesn't have a choice.
No.
Blue Eyes, he doesn't have a choice, man.
Alonso is more offensively intelligent than Chilwell.
Oh my goodness! Oh my, Blue Eyes, it's not true though. This ain't even true though. Because if that was the case, no, Blue Eyes, if that was the case, why was Chelsea in such a rush to sign Emerson Palmieri?
You know why? Let me tell you why. Because Chelsea's philosophy. Make I finish now. Let me just. They talk them any day, anywhere. I go talk them. So, like I was saying, the reason why I tell you why NK Dons is because Alonso is suspect defensively, and Chelsea's philosophy is built around defense. That's the reason why. Hold on. I'm not done. Let me finish. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
I just want to point something else. Hold on. Sorry. You know one thing about Alonso is that, you see, funny enough, he's not even that bad defensively, but Alonso is just slow. That's just my own problem with Alonso.
He's so slow.
Okay, get it out. So you let it out, right? You let it out. He's slow, right? You want to talk about his speed, right?
I want to talk about his touch as well. No, talk about his touch too, boss. Talk about his touch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Talk about his touch.
1-on-1. It's actually very good 1v1. See, you get. He's not bad defensively, but you see that guy is slow like a more. Oh my.
Okay, no problem. Okay, so hold on. Since Chilwell left, how many games have we lost with Alonso playing?
Let me get that right now. Because he got injured against Juve. He got injured against Juve. Blue Eyes, don't do this.
Hold on. Let me ask this question. This season, right? Yeah. How many games has Chelsea lost?
Yeah.
We've lost. Let me see.
Blue Eyes, I will check out.
Man City,
I'm checking.
And Alonso played all of them, right? Alonso played against Man City now.
Yeah, he did.
No.
Yeah,
he did. Yes.
Why's he laughing? Why's Blue Eyes laughing like that?
No, keep checking. Check.
So
I don't want them play against Man
ever
City.
since
no, he did. He did. Yeah, he did.
I know against Juventus. Tuchel subbed them out against Juventus. And brought in Chilwell. That 1-0 in Turin that we lost.
Yeah.
I know he started that game.
And then what's it called?
That was actually when Chilwell started playing.
Yeah, and then what's it called? And then Blue Eyes, We smoked Leicester. We beat Juve, and Chilwell got injured during that Juve game.
Hold on.
Since
hold on.
Yeah.
How many games have we won with Alonso this season?
Let me check, because that was at the start of the season. Let me check.
Yeah, that's us. Of course,
we beat Palace. We beat Palace. We beat Arsenal.
Come on.
We drew to Liverpool.
Come on.
We beat Aston Villa.
Keep going.
Beat Zenit.
Keep going.
Beat Tottenham.
Keep going. How many goals does Alonso have?
And then sorry, Blue Eyes is not, and then it was City, we lost.
Okay.
Juve, we lost, unfortunately.
So and all those
came
losses
back.
were because of Alonso, right?
I'm not saying that because that's when he was
How many goals? Oh, hold on. How many goals?
Suspect.
Hold on. How many goals has Alonso scored this season? Just help me out.
What? Oh, I thought you were a stats guy, Blue Eyes. I thought you were
just
really...
help me out. Help me out, though.
Okay, I'll check right now.
If I remember.
He scored against Crystal Palace. Yeah, he scored
said
one goal, 2 assists. 1 goal, 2 assists.
This season.
Yeah, 1 goal in the Premier League.
Okay. And how many free kicks? How many free kicks?
He scored 1 free kick, Blue Eyes, again.
Perfect. How many assists?
That was the free kick.
2 assists.
Okay, excellent. What happened to the assist? Hold on now. What happened? Hold on. No. Hold on. That assist to Pulisic against Wolves. What happened?
Wait, Wolves? No, we just played Wolves. They're 0-0. Oh, are you talking about when Pulisic missed?
Yes. Do you see that pass? Do you see that pass from Alonso?
Well done. By the way, you do know. I just want to put it out there for the people watching.
Guys.
For the people watching,
guys, take this argument and go and argue with people.
Wait, how about for the people watching, guys? Anyone that's watching this show, like the show. But Ben Chilwell in half as many appearances has the same goal contributions as Marcos Alonso. I'll leave it at that.
You guys are proper. You guys are. You know what they call proper Chelsea. Like you guys are the real Chelsea fans. But you're not football fans. You're not football fans. No. Okay, go ahead.
Disrespect Alonso, but I'm still like I will still prefer a Touamaeni in my team than Alonso in my team, and that's just facts.
Of course, no, Ross, no. Let's not get it twisted. Chilwell is my number 1 11 or left back, whatever you want to call it. No, Chilwell is my number 1. All I'm saying is that Alonso is a formidable number 2.
Oh no. Boss, no.
Okay, no problem.
You know what? The Blue Eyes. You know what? For formidable number 2 should be.
What?
He should be rivaling number 1. This guy can't rival Chilwell.
Number 1. Yeah.
Okay, let me ask you. Do you think Cho? Okay, let me ask you something. NK Dons. Does Cho is Cho a part? Is Cho? Do you think Cho is a formidable number 2 to Mason Mount?
Not Mason, no. But if you talk Pulisic, is neck as of right now, it's neck and neck.
Yeah, Pulisic is number 3. Pulisic is number 3.
Exactly. Okay, so here's the thing. Here's the thing.
So Cho is a deputy to a number 3.
Wait, 1 minute. No, 1 minute. When you talk about the front 3,
even that Cho is suspect. I beg.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You know, Blue Eyes. This is really disappointing. This is really disappointing. This is really disappointing. Ross, what is I'm lying. I'm lying. What is Ikochukwu? What is Ikochukwu? He's capable of him. But what is Cho? That's what is Cho.
No.
When is Ikochukwu? Okay. Blue Eyes. I'm starting to recognize what. Okay.
No. The reason I'm saying that is
that to me. Pulisic on top form is better than that guy. I beg.
Okay. Here's the thing. Sorry.
When last was Pulisic on top?
Thank you, Emmy. Thank you. That's my point. Thank you.
I'm beginning.
Thank you.
By the way, no. You see, no, boss. No. Wait, 1 minute. No. Let me just. No. I've got blue eyes. I'm lying. I've got blue eyes. You see, when it's Alonso and boss. I don't know your name. Sorry. Forgive me. When it's Alonso. Jide.
My name is Jide.
Okay, Jide. You know when it's Alonso, he was analyzing the wins. So let's do the same thing with Cho because Cho left the team.
Sure.
No. Let's do the same thing with Cho when Cho was starting games. Let's do the same thing.
How many goals has scored Cho?
No. We don't do stats because what is Havertz? We don't do stats. So let's not do
See, let me tell you something. See, even Pulisic, I'm not a fan of him. Wait, I'm not a fan of Pulisic too.
Hudson-Odoi hasn't been. Hudson-Odoi hasn't been there.
We know for a fact.
Thank you, Eric.
I just think.
Thank you, Eric. Speak on it.
Hudson-Odoi has not played for the last 7 games, and those are the 7 games of struggle. Since
Thank
the last
you.
time he played
Simple Blue
was
Eyes.
against Juventus, right? The last time he started was against Juventus.
No, it was against United. It was against United.
Against United. Since United to Wolves, will be poor. Will be
Even if it's a sit against United.
Okay, no. That is valid. That's valid. Just like how
miss a sitter. Lewandowski misses a sitter.
Gide. That's very valid. Just like how Pulisic missed a sitter against Wolves. Hence why I'm saying those two is close. And on currently shows better.
I think we need to always put this out there, right? Most of the world class strikers actually miss sitters. Like they miss sitters. Have you seen Lewandowski has missed?
Lewandowski's missed it. Yeah, he does.
Yeah,
okay, hold on. Okay, you're done. You said Lewandowski. This is also the same guy that has also scored over
50 goals.
Right?
Don't they thank you, my brother?
No,
Guy,
chances.
Yeah, Gide, do you know how many chances Bayern generates?
Bro,
you know,
just handle these guys for me. Let me mute myself. Handle these guys for me. Let me mute myself.
Every 3 minutes, Bayern is generating a scoring chance.
If you are saying someone, don't say Lewandowski.
Thank you.
This is a world class striker.
Emmy. No. Anyone? No. Gide. Anyone? Emmy. Emmy. Yeah, Emmy. Go ahead. Gide. Anyone can get any.
You can't say Lewandowski.
Gide.
People always say Haaland,
Lewandowski, man.
Wow. Gide and Blue Eyes. Oh, this is disrespectful, man.
Yeah, guys, let's move on.
No, I'm lying. Why is Blue Eyes? I thought Blue Eyes is all the guy about that. For this guy's about what have you done for me? Is Lewandowski immune to criticism? I can't criticize Lewandowski. He's immune.
Yeah, I can criticize him because he misses it as a lot.
You know, Patrick Schick has a better conversion rate than Lewandowski. I'll leave it at that.
Let's move on. Guys, wait. Before we go on,
this is amazing.
Does not mean that he doesn't miss sitters. And don't forget, they create chances for Lewandowski. If Lewandowski played for Chelsea Football Club, he will not score 50 goals a year.
So now we need to create chances for Choabi. Wow, amazing.
1 minute. By the way, Blue Eyes.
Amazing.
Emmy, just to close. Blue Eyes, you talked about Cho stats. Tell me Sancho stats this season, please. Tell me Sancho stats this season, please.
Wow. Let me tell you know what? Let me answer that question. I will take Sancho. Hold on, let me answer this question. Abiola, hold on. Okay, I will take Sancho for 10 minutes than Cho's entire Chelsea career.
Oh, here we go.
Me too. No. Sancho has been a flop in the Premier League, though.
Not yet. No.
Emmy, half a season has gone. He's only 1 goal.
Yeah,
2 goals.
Still,
only 2 goals.
It's coming. It's coming.
Before we go,
19 games. Only 2 goals.
Guys, we're talking the next topic.
It's the same thing.
Wait, guys, wait.
No, bro. If Cho, listen, I already said this to NK.
Let's move on, guys.
I've said this to NK. If Cho wants to succeed in this footballing career, he's got to leave Chelsea. There's no room.
He's Chelsea.
I said it to NK. Nobody
You should leave
Chelsea.
Before we move on, I want to go back to what we're talking about because you guys haven't spoken. NK, look at Digne in January.
Thank you. Let me talk because this title. Go ahead.
Chelsea are very worried and afraid of Ben Chilwell coming back. They don't want to rush him, so they're looking at getting Digne in. Then they can easily let Ben Chilwell rest. Maybe it's gonna go for. I think it's gonna go for surgery. So they want him to ease into the team step by step. Maybe towards February, middle of February, towards March, he will be ready to play. So bringing Ben Chilwell in there, bringing in Digne here right now. It will get itself together with the team.
I'm hearing so much noise.
I think it's Jide. So getting used to the way we play in terms of the intensity and everything, and he's a Premier League proven player. So look at Digne into Chelsea now in general.
He's an international, right?
Yeah, listen. Because Blue Eyes, thank you for muting your mic because I have a lot to say about this. And we hear Emmy, we hear this talk a lot. Abramovich knows football. Marina, I assume she knows football. This guy is what Blue Eyes calls a formidable number 2. This is what this guy actually is, a formidable number 2. Not Marcus Alonso. No. This guy right here is a formidable number 2. The fact that everyone's in agreement.
When you say number 2, what does that mean? This guy starts for France, though.
No, Emmy. What I mean by that is Chilwell and Digne is a toss-up between who starts that left wing back spots.
Yeah,
they are close. It's close.
I won't be surprised. Digne, it's not close. I think Digne is better though.
Maybe, but in my opinion, based on I'm saying it's close.
If we get Lucas Digne,
I think Digne has done it for so long.
Thank you.
Digne has done it for at least 3-4 seasons at the top. Digne is a French international. He starts for France. He starts. He starts.
Chilwell is under.
You know what this is under threat. He starts. This guy starts for France.
I respect that. I respect that. No, that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is,
you can't be a number 2 and start for France. You must.
Why? No, why? Who's why?
In their first 11, have you seen any player that there's a number 2 in their first 11? The French first 11. Have you seen any player?
Let me think about Listen. Rabiot is not. Let me be on. Rabiot isn't.
Rabiot doesn't start for France. In their best team. No, he doesn't.
He started in the. You were starting in the Euros.
No, because Kante was injured.
Kante was playing. No, they were all in the same squad.
No. Kante was injured. I don't think they played together. Kante, because it's always
they did.
No. Rabiot starts for France. So he starts.
Rabiot starts. He's not standard. That's what. Even though with Digne, I respect him. Digne I actually respect.
When was the last time Rabiot started though? Because Touamaeni now starts for France, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Rabiot doesn't start anymore.
Listen, all I'm saying is based on
I like how it means.
Listen, we'll talk about. Listen, Ablai, we'll talk about Tuku. Wait, Ablai, what do you call Touamaeni again?
Tobechuku.
We'll talk about him later. But Digne, in my opinion, Emmy, I think is actually a fight for that shirt. It's a fight.
What I like about but this guy starts for this. They are starting level. Is it Theo Hernandez?
I don't know. I don't think Theo Hernandez starts.
I think that's their starting left back though.
No. Theo Hernandez starts when this guy is not fit. If this guy is fit, he starts for France.
He's starting for France.
Digne ahead of Theo Hernandez. Are you sure?
Listen, all I'm saying is a fight. No, let me just finish.
The reason why you see those Theo Hernandez and those guys, right, is because this guy was not fit. If this guy is fit, if this guy is 100%,
no, Eric, no.
Eric, Eric, have you watched Lucas Digne play? This guy is a baller. Lucas Digne is a baller.
They play ball. To me, he's the best left back. As in the last 4 seasons, I'll probably say he's the best left back in the Premier League. And people
ahead of Robertson.
Ahead of Robertson, yes.
No. Emmy, stop.
Enkedons, let me answer that question. Enkedons, Robertson, hold on, let me say something. Enkedons, hold on, Emmy. Robertson is good, but he's a system player. It's because of the Liverpool system. It's the Liverpool system.
So tell me, so guys, tell me, how has Lucas Digne looked this season?
Injuries.
How has he looked?
How's he looked this season? How's Lucas Digne looked?
Injuries.
Injuries, Abby.
Yeah.
Robertson has been. Robertson, barring Salah, actually, Robertson has been one of Liverpool's most consistent.
What is Robertson coming to Chelsea too?
If Robertson comes to Chelsea, he's starting.
No,
but either way, let me.
Are we talking about Robertson or are we talking about?
Let me just land.
Okay, so I just look at it, right? So their starting left back is actually Lucas Hernandez, not Theo Hernandez. So that's his brother. So Lucas Hernandez, that's their starting left back. It's not Digne actually.
Listen. All I'm saying, guys, is a fight for the shirts. That's what I'm saying more so than Alonso respectfully to me.
Eric is typing. It's not coming in.
All I'm saying is a fight for the shirt. Lucas Digne is a lovely signing. This is the signing Chelsea. These are the sort of signings Chelsea should be doing.
How old is he?
I don't think he's old. Yeah, that's fine. This is the Ablai. This is the sort of signing Chelsea should be doing. It should be a fight for every position, bro.
I'm in love with this signing. You know why?
No, we haven't signed him. No, we haven't signed him. No, Ablai, we haven't signed him.
Even if we sign him, he has a very good cross. He's a very good damn cross of the ball. I have been saying it for a very long time.
This boy, they play ball.
If you want to play Kai Havertz on Romelu Lukaku as a number 9, you need a crosser into the box.
Okay.
This guy is a good crosser. You have to cross the ball into the.
It's not just a good crosser.
He can play. He can play.
It's also good defensively too. Yeah,
combines well with his winger, right?
Thank you. Finally.
He's good at free kick. He's a set piece player. So he's very good.
So I mean, if we sign him, so we can finally get rid of that Alonso nightmare.
Thank you. Yes, Alonso's gone, and that's the bottom line. That's the bottom line. Get out. I'm like this.
I don't know what happened to Alonso, but
he's gone. Emmy, he's gone.
Continue.
The way
haters all over the place.
I'm hearing that this guy is ready to come in January.
Yes, coming here because Emmy. The reason is because he had a fight with Rafa Benitez before the Arsenal match. Because Benitez told him Ben Godfrey is gonna be his left back ahead of Lucas Digne. So Lucas Digne had a fight with Ben, and Benitez told the board immediately. That was the reason the sporting director of Everton was out of it. He said it. I'm not gonna play Lucas Digne for the rest of the season. It's not part of my plan. That was the reason Lucas Digne want to leave. He wants to go. Because they had a disagreement.
We need him.
Well, listen. As a culpable, again, when Blue Eyes said formidable number 2, he's rivaling Ben Chilwell for the shot. Whoever takes it, I'll be happy because they're two excellent options, and that's the bottom line. Chelsea should be doing these. City are buying Jack Grealish, and he's not even guaranteed. He's not even a guaranteed starter. That's the signings we should be doing. Battling for every single position. That's what we should be doing.
I'm tired of signing all these small children.
Chelsea, right? You see Chelsea.
Let's get some solid bones.
Chelsea, right? You see
Let's
Chelsea,
get guys that have made their bones.
We have too many mediocre players, and that has to stop.
Thank you.
It has to stop. We have too many mediocre. I'm getting tired of it.
We have so many players that are still in their potential.
So many mediocre.
No, not mediocre. Those boys will still grow, but it's just we want to win.
Oh God,
now.
They are still right now. They are still mediocre. I beg. Oh God, they are still.
Finally.
Let me come to Blue Eyes on this. Blue Eyes.
Yeah.
Look at your take on.
Oh no, I've been saying look at you guys know on this. Clip your streams.
Yeah.
2-3 months ago, I've been talking. Look at him. I like this guy, and I wish we can find somebody like this to rival Rhys James because the way I look at Rhys James, I don't think
I agree.
Rhys James, I need somebody hugging my right line, and Rhys James doesn't have pace. He's always cutting
we need to bring back this guy. Then we need to bring back Livramento. Then Livramento, what's his
Livramento or Lamptey?
No.
That Livramento boy.
Yeah, we need exactly Livramento for. Thank you. Those kind of players I don't like.
Back,
and Rhys James looks heavy. I don't know what's going on with Rhys James, but look at Digne.
This guy Blue Eyes, man.
No, I'm serious.
He's not heavy. He's just
Blue Eyes, man.
Okay.
I'll
go after you.
Okay, Blue Eyes, continue.
Yeah, so for Lucas Digne, just to echo what everyone is saying, he's Premier League tested. He's a French international. Personally, I love his crosses, and I love the fact he's rugged. It's about time.
He's very rugged player, man. It reminds me of Evra.
Yeah, that kind of player, exactly. Celestine, those kind of bad boys. So we need this. We need, and he has the potential to be a character. I think.
Yeah.
Somebody mute. Sorry.
Sorry.
Blue Eyes. Sorry to cut you off. Yeah. Just quickly.
Yeah.
I need someone that is afraid of getting red carded. Because I you know what I mean.
Exactly.
I know.
Wait. Are you saying you want the player that's gonna break somebody's leg?
No.
I'm not saying that, but you need to get in there. These guys are too soft. Exactly. You need to get in there. And this guy.
Did you guys see what Kounde did today? You guys saw what Kounde did today? Kounde, what's that guy's name?
Yeah, we need Kounde. This guy.
Did you guys see what he did today against Barcelona?
What's this guy's name? This midfielder in Barcelona.
I think I said Jordi Alba. So I was talking about
Jordi Alba is a dirty player, right?
Our players are too soft. They are too soft.
Jordi Alba is a dirty player. The guy wanted to wound Kounde today. Kounde used the ball. You know that thing where they do for set and Blue Eyes? Use the ball. Stone him for head.
Are you serious?
And he get arrested and he move out.
He went out. Correct. Let me tell you something. Next time Sevilla plays in Barcelona, Lucas, what's his name? Jordi Alba will never dare to make that kind of tackle on that guy. He no go try him because he
I need
knows
to
that.
see this circle. I need
Guess
to see
what?
this
This guy
circle.
already fights me.
Thank
He
you.
already fights me.
You know what happened?
I
It's
need to
like
see
you know
the
when you want to
circle,
shove you know when you want to shove a player, you have to put your shoulder here on a player. If they didn't put the shoulder, it kind of pushed him out. So he wanted to tumble and couldn't just turn, carry the ball, boom.
Good.
Like what?
That's what it
Yeah,
is.
those are the kind of
Like,
players
it's
that
not like
they
he's
don't get men.
We took
Yeah,
some players.
We have too many
players are
softies, man.
No,
Too many softies in
and I
our
saw
game.
Wow,
him
this is
the
amazing.
next one I saw
Wow.
he turned, carried the ball, and he hit it on Jordan Hop, and immediately he took off his shirt and he went out.
For me, we need to get that Conde guy.
We'll talk about him.
Oh yeah, that Kume guy is a must. Yeah, we need to get him.
we need to get that Conde guy.
Oh no, okay, yeah. Just to round
That's
up,
not a red card offense, though.
I'm not sure when they. I'm not
No, it's
sure
a
what.
record offense.
I'm not sure what the.
Yeah,
You
you can hurt a player. Yeah.
I'm not sure what the structure. Just to finish up, I'm not sure what the structure of the deal would look like. I think it's a loan.
I'm hearing 21
loan.
million. 21 million.
No. I'm hearing loan, and then we
Loan
buy
and
in the
option to
summer.
buy.
Yeah, something like that. So I think that would be a better offer.
I would take that too. I would take
Me
that.
too.
I would take
The
that.
loan.
I would
Yeah.
take
So
that.
that's it for me. I hope we get
see,
it.
this is the thing. It can't be that bad like Saul, because before we signed Saul, I was
No,
I was
bros.
heads over
Hold
mood for
on.
Saul.
If you see that game, Saul, I know it was a one-off, and I'm not gonna say Saul is the best thing since sliced bread. That last game against Wolves.
I've been watching Saul. I've been watching Saul for like 4 years now. Okay, I wanted that guy.
I don't want him past 4 years. Don't give up
Do
on
you know how much I
Saul.
wanted that guy?
He said don't give up on Saul, but Cho's a different story, Abi. Oh, blue eyes.
Cho plays heads down football. Saul plays heads up.
Does Peterson play heads up?
No.
Okay.
Pulisic doesn't play heads up. No. I'm not a listen. I'm looking at Pulisic. If Barcelona bring 40, make them come collect.
I want to go to MLS. So blue eyes, just round up.
I'm tired of him too.
Round up with two.
I'm tired of
Lucas Digne.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. Lucas Digne, hope depending on the structure of the deal, get a loan, bring him in, and you know what? You know why I like these rumors is that right now you're going to start seeing more goals from Alonso because Alonso knows.
God punish him. God punish him.
No, you go see now. Alonso go begin the score goal because Alonso knows his job. This is the same thing that happened to Alonso beginning of the season with Chilwell. When Chilwell was having small mental challenge, Alonso said, "Now make I collect shirt real quick."
Just before you move on to Emmy.
Yeah.
This right here, this news signals the end of Marcus Alonso.
I know, but guess what? NK, but what I'm trying to say is, you're right, but I like the fact that this news is in the airways because Alonso is a kind of guy. That's why I like Alonso. Alonso too is rugged in his own little way. Alonso now go say, "Come collect shirt now, my see." That's why I like Alonso, and you're gonna start seeing go crossing here.
You're wondering that why are you not performing like this?
Just progress the ball, please. Just progress the ball. That's what I want to see.
You don't worry about him and progressing. Just watch his productivity.
I'm tired of that guy.
Of course, we all.
Sorry, I'm done.
Emmy, look at him.
Oh yeah,
I'm tired of that guy.
Yeah, just to add to what everybody has been saying, I think this will be a fantastic signing for Chelsea. You guys say Eric said, "Yeah, bias, blue eyes."
Not today, you know.
No, but look at Digne, you know.
Eric,
in the last 5 seasons,
I'm a fanboy. Eric, I'm a fanboy. Sorry, go ahead, Emmy.
In the last 5 seasons in the Premier League, has been top 3 left back. Right?
I agree.
He provides balance, you know, in both a back 4 and a back 3. He can play both systems. So now, finally, we've sorted out if we get this guy, we've sorted out our left back, you know, for at least the next 5-6 years, right? Because both of our left backs can play. You know, both of our left backs can play back 4 and back 3.
Okay, what about that Martin guy? What about Martin?
Matson.
Oh, Ian Matson. No.
Matson is still young. We can't see. That's the problem we're having, right? We have too many youngsters. We need nasty guys. We need guys that can carry the ball and stone somebody and say, "You did Chris."
Your father.
Players. You know, you can't win a championship without nasty guys. You understand?
I miss this player like Balotelli. Your father. I don't care.
You need those kind of players. Those days when Chelsea lined up, right? Everybody's already thinking of, man, I'm going to face Drogba. I'm going to
our players are too soft. Our players are too soft. Yeah.
You know, as John Terry's face is there. when you see the guy, or when you go no say the guy know the play for that dress, for that
cow face,
tunnel.
Cow face.
When the guy stand for that tunnel,
busted face, yeah, I agree.
Exactly.
yeah, the
Yeah,
guy,
like when you
the
see
guy
your
is not
face,
laughing. So the thing
like
is
that
this,
fear not there.
yeah, we need guys like this that can actually give us a different dimension, because in different moments this Chelsea team buckles, right? We buckle. This kind of guy will be like, come on, let's go, bring that ball, pass me the ball. He will ask for the ball.
Diego Costa. I miss Costa too.
Yeah,
Costa.
this guy is going to ask for the ball, because in this our current team, when we are under pressure or when we're not in good moments, we don't have enough players that can ask for the ball and say, give me this ball. Bring
And
the ball
I think Lucas Digne can shoot very well. He can
Are you
shoot,
joking?
right?
He can shoot.
Free
He
kick
can
too.
shoot.
Free
So
kick
this
too.
guy is
And
good in set pieces.
he's good in
He
set
can
pieces.
shoot. Yeah, he's good.
Set piece, yeah.
He's good on the ball. He can pass. He can combine. He can dribble. He's just what your left back. I understand his attitude, and it's actually good. Rafa Benitez sometimes can be a hole. This guy probably has seen
that's
through.
true. Yeah.
He has probably seen through Rafa Benitez and said, "Omo, we're not going anywhere with this guy." And guess what? When Ancelotti was here, we were playing very good attacking football.
They were playing back foot, and they were
playing on the front foot. But now we're playing a system. I don't even know what they're playing. Is it 4-4-1-1 or 1? The system is so low block. Like, it's not like an Everton team. I don't know what Benitez is trying to protect, but guess what? I think they're like 13th or 14th in the league. Mm-hmm. But this guy will give Chelsea a different dimension. Imagine if we have this guy and we also bring back Livramento next season. I swear, our wing backs will be scoring. Whoa, they'll be creating and providing, right? Because
I think we have a buyback on Livramento, right?
Yeah, in 2023. 2023.
Oh wow!
Until
2023. Wow, we need that guy back here, ASAP, I beg.
Yeah, we let him go for 2 seasons. So 2023 summer before we get Livramento. But what I'm saying, this guy will be a great addition, and he's not too expensive. 21 million, low risk, high reward, kind of signing. At least he will give us 3 years, 3 solid years. If we could buy people like Belletti and all those, Meirelles, what's the other guy?
I swear.
Yeah, all those kind of players back in the days. When we bought when we bought Belletti, right? He just won the Champions League.
Mourinho wanted this guy that time. No? Mourinho wanted, what's his name? Daniel Alves. Then Emmanuel went to get him Belletti.
But Belletti ended up being a very good signing, though, because he.
I mean, it was a good signing, but imagine
it was an excellent signing.
Because Belletti played those days of Ancelotti. He was the right back for that Ancelotti time when we used to attack on.
The guy played Belletti was so good.
Now Belletti attacking on the right, Ashiko attacking. When your fullbacks are very attacking, right, and they can also recover, it helps the midfielders to enter that space where the opposition team has pulled away to try from their defensive shell to try to cover those fullbacks. Once your why do you think Pep invests so much money on fullbacks? It's because fullbacks are X factors, right? Because guess what? They can actually go on that touchline and cause, if they can attack, and see Cancelo now. There's no team that is playing against Man City that will not think of Cancelo and Walker, because those 2 guys by themselves, they can destroy your team. Just the same thing. Robert,
they can win new games.
Arnold. Yeah. So
and Reece James as well. And Reece James.
I beg.
What you mean? What you mean? Oh, you guys forget what he did against Newcastle, or did that not happen? Hey, is this what the stream is looking? Hey,
James is good, but I think he needs the competition.
Yeah, he needs competition. Of course, everyone needs competition. Everyone needs competition.
Let me state this.
No balls on the showcase for this.
No. See, yes, the thing. You see with James, right? Like the guy just dropped from. I don't blame him, because all our players drop from at the same freaking time. So you can't say with James. If you had some English one, we're still saying that they prefer him to start for England ahead of Trent. No. It's not about like the boy is good. Rich James is good. It's not hype or anything. The boy is good. When he's on form,
Rich James,
right now.
See, let me tell you something, GD. The point of Rich James is, this Champions League is getting to his head. As a young player coming up, you have to put your head on the ground. Against Wolves, it was very clear that his wing was leaking. That right wing back position was leaking. His right center back was doubled up, right? And as experienced as Aspi is, Aspi recognized the situation. I was talking to Reece, and Reece just damned him. Like, Reece just walked away and kept on doing what he was doing.
That's him.
We had lost that game. If Wolves was experienced and they did
exploited that wing,
and exploited it, he would have cost us that game. He would have cost us that game in that first half. Because the reason why Wolves were pressing us in that first half was they had us on the balls. Because guess what? They went to the weak part. They knew that Reece James, everybody, see, most teams, before they play you, they actually analyze the guys that fall back and the guys where they fall back to and where they don't, where they don't get to. And that's how they strategize on how to penetrate the team.
Yeah.
They know that Reece James doesn't fall back totally. He's always, on that, halfway through our half. So what they did was they brought in that Prudence guy. They doubled up. They doubled up on Aspi. And they know Aspi doesn't have pace. As soon as they did that, Aspi started calling for help, and Reece James just told him, "Omo, guy, Omo,
you're on your own."
No, but exactly. That's not cool. You don't do that. It's right.
No, stay humble, stay hungry. Even
he
if you're not
to stay, Reece James has to stay humble and stay. That's why I think we need to buy another. If we're going to keep playing with wing backs, if we need to keep playing wing back, we need to buy another right wing back.
Thank you.
I agree. Competition is needed. Competition is needed.
So because the guy just believes Ingo always starts.
Say now be number one because
of
crosses.
How many goals? 5 goals or 6 goals? Yeah.
Take your crossing. Even though that crossing is even suspect.
Oh my goodness! Are you? Oh my god!
Because that's all he has. There's nothing.
This guy blue eye stop, man.
No, that thing he did to listen. Aspi sucks. Aspi is going down the drain because he's reached his ceiling.
No,
everybody knows. But that thing he did to Aspi those are the when you cook soup and one little ingredient is missing. Those are the little things that take you to the next level. And that thing he did, that thing, man. I looked at it. I didn't even know Emmy saw it. Emmy called this out the other game on the day off.
I saw it too.
You saw it too. You don't do that, man.
Because immediately that happens. That was when Wolves started attacking us. Like
exactly.
And guess what? If Wolves have scored,
Tuchel will be mad.
And guess what? The whole fans are going to blame Aspi. They'll blame Aspi.
They will never.
Knowing the Chelsea fans, they will never blame Reece James. Reece James is a darling now. He's a darling. He's a proper.
That's why. Oh, that's why you're on him. Like, okay, I get it.
No,
I get it. I get it.
The guy is an average. The guy is an average wing back. He's an average.
He's not average. He's not average. No. He's not average. No. Blue, come on, man. He's not average. Eric, come here and defend me. Come on, man. He's not average, man. Come on.
Let Ogama talk. Marvelous. Look at him.
Running like Beatty, man. I never see wing back where they run like Beatty.
Look at him.
I think Lucas Digne is the player that we need in this moment, right? Mm-hmm. I think he's an excellent crosser of the ball. Far better than Marcus Alonso. And I can make an argument that he's also better than Chilwell when it comes to crossing the ball. His ability to work well with the winger that's on his side of the pitch.
Yo, hold on. Marvelous, are you okay? You don't sound like yourself, man.
I was about to ask you.
No, and this jokes aside though. I'm serious. You don't sound yourself.
Oh, for real?
What happened? Is it because of Marcos Alonso? Or what happened?
Are you okay, or you just woke up from sleep, or you did on top something?
Please, kids are watching.
Something is overall.
Something could be anything. Something could be anything. Exactly. I'm like,
I'm just mourning in advance because we're about to lose tomorrow.
Okay. Go ahead, Will. Sorry, go ahead.
So his ability to combine with the winger on his side of the pitch is excellent. And something that I notice about his game since he's been in the Premier League, he's been here for 3 seasons, going on 4, his dribbling ability. So unlike Marcus Alonso, where he's too left foot heavy, Digne is able to use his right foot to bail him out when things get sticky. So I think with that regard, we need him in January. It's paramount because I also don't want to rush Chilwell back too soon. I feel like Chilwell is putting unnecessary pressure on himself. If you're following how he updates about his injury and how the club updates, they realize that we massively need help in that position, right?
Why you're finally short at Agusto fans? That's not fair.
No. But if you guys see my name, right? My name is Marcus Alonso, and with all the positives that I've said, I still have to say that it's unfortunate that Chelsea fans are so quick to forget all the moments that Marcus Alonso has given us.
That was 3 years ago, I beg. This is 2021.
Don't mind them. Don't mind them, Marvelous. Don't mind them.
I mean, second to John Terry in the history of Chelsea Football Club. If I'm not mistaken, Marcus Alonso is our highest goal scoring defender.
Yeah, 37
goals. 39.
Oh
39.
my!
I didn't even know this stat, my brother.
Goodness.
Oh my 39.
Marvelous, you are not doing this.
My guy.
Oh my goodness.
I didn't even know this.
Hold that one now for your pocket, I beg. That one not me say the guy is too slow. I beg without making fast.
Oh my goodness.
Does Lucas Digne have an EPL?
He said, what's
oh my goodness.
Does Lucas Digne have an EPL?
Nah, you guys are
relax. But let me continue. But I've always said though, whenever people ask me about my Alonso stance, offensively, he's good. He's very good. Defensively, he's terrible. And if you're putting your eggs in the basket of him improving defensively or him being assured as a defender, it's never going to happen. So, it's the risk and reward that you get with Alonso. With all that said,
I have confused you that Alonso is the better, right? Are we not doing English now?
No. With all that said, it's unfortunate, but maybe the time has come for us to move on from him.
Maybe.
My only regret is that no manager ever had the balls to play Alonso as a left-sided striker. Because the one time he did it in the Chelsea jersey, he played as a left-sided striker in a 4-4-2. He scored 2 goals against Bournemouth. So it's unfortunate. And the other day I spoke to Abdoulaye and we were kind of chronicling his career because it's obvious maybe by summer he'll be out of Chelsea. Amen. So he started at Real Madrid Academy. He started as a striker.
Okay, hitters.
I thought I was an Alonso critic too until I came into this group.
Amen.
No. I actually appreciate Alonso. I'm an Alonso fan. But he started at Real Madrid as a striker. He moved to Bolton, where they made him a left midfielder, right?
That's understand why he knows how to score and he knows how to be at the right place at the right time.
Yeah, he was playing as a left winger and a left midfielder at Bolton. Then he moved to Sunderland.
Fiorentina.
No, Fiorentina.
Sunderland first.
Sunderland. Yeah, Sunderland, where they were playing a back 5-3-2. So they made him a left wing back. Then subsequently Fiorentina, where Italy, of course, and then Conte. I think we really saw his best under Conte.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But unfortunately, I just don't know. I don't think he's a defender. And it's one of those like maybe shoulda, woulda, coulda.
He's really, really slow. That's just my own concern about
because
I think Alonso will do well as a striker.
Yes, I think so too. Because I was just about to say
he's just okay for a striker, not a fullback. I don't know who made him a fullback. Actually, he said as a wing back.
He needs to cost whoever made him a fullback. No, that wasn't fair to him.
No, he became a fullback because when he went to Sunderland, they were playing 5-3-2, 3 center midfielders, 2 strikers, and they moved him back in the back 5. That was where he became a left wing back. But like I always say, his technique, his movement, and his shooting in the box and in the attacking phase is incredible.
Yeah.
But his pace,
I give him that one for sure.
His pace, his tackling, his tracking back, his dribbling, defensive awareness,
his dribbling
is garbage. His dribbling is decent.
Decent. Wait, what? Decent?
Yeah, he has good technique.
Bro, stop it, man. Bro.
Wait. Dribbling isn't just step overs.
No. Dribbling is when here's marvelous. And I know you watch Chelsea, so you know. Dribbling is when Rudiger or Mendy passes you the ball, control the ball, move forward. Can he do that consistently? The answer is no. He can't do that when he gets the ball from Mendy
because he's too left foot heavy. So
exactly.
If he gets the ball when he's pinned to the byline,
he can't do it.
He can't do anything. But if he has space and he's at an angle, he can do something. So he's very limited as a defender. He's extremely limited as a defender.
Yes, I agree.
And if we're to become serious in competing, when you look at what our rivals have, you look at City with Cancelo and Kyle Walker. You look at Liverpool with Trent and Robertson, then it's obvious that we need more higher caliber players.
Even Arsenal too. This small Arsenal, they have Tierney and Tomiyasu.
Yeah, of course.
I'm not hyping up Arsenal. You'll never hear that from me, man. You'll never hear that from me. Sorry.
No, those guys are good though.
And let me even say this because this may.
I'll
round up. I'm just giving my soliloquy on how much of a great servant Alonso has been.
When I hear officially Marcos Alonso leave, then that conversation will be had.
I'm about to say something that I think Blue Eyes would agree with. I think Marcos Alonso will happily take a pay cut to remain at Chelsea as a third string left wing back. Does anyone disagree with me?
I agree because the guy. I agree.
Blue Eyes, do you agree or do you disagree?
I do. He's comfortable. I agree.
You know why? You know why he's going to take that chance? Because he knows that if you give him a shirt, he will take the opportunity.
Yeah, because if you notice,
the boy has a winning mentality,
if you notice throughout Marcos Alonso's Chelsea career, right, he has this uncanny ability of even if you take him out of the team for 3 months,
exactly.
If you put him back in,
he's gonna ball. Yeah,
he'll ball out.
Yeah, he'll ball out. Yeah,
I feel like
ball out.
Yes.
He will play well.
Look. What? Okay, let me ask you guys a question, and then I'll shut up. Just last question: what Chelsea player in the last 4 years has inflicted as much pain on Tottenham as Marcos Alonso?
Can you not say Willian?
Go do your research.
Can you not say Willian? Can you not say Willian?
No,
Can
Alonso.
you not say Willian?
No, degree of difficulty.
Alonso has more goals and assists against Tottenham than Willian. Willian doesn't even come close.
So here's my thing. The same Willian that was supposed to go to Tottenham. Okay, perfectly fine. Let me
Alonso scored 2 goals and 1 assist.
I know my parents will come in and talk about Alonso. Let's move on.
Because you guys give the guy a hard time. It's obvious he's a horrible defender.
Let me come to NK.
Horrible.
NK.
Yes.
I don't know if you watched the Sevilla match today, but I watched the Sevilla match.
I didn't, unfortunately. I didn't.
I was impressed with what Jules KOUNDE did for that idiot fraud Jessica Halber. That is what I need in my club.
No, that guy does that stuff all the time. So
if you want to do me
he got what was coming as well.
NK, if you do me bullshit, you get bullshit.
You know, before that clash, right? This guy tried to hurt Jules KOUNDE.
Yeah, I know.
That Jody Alba plays dirty. He plays very dirty.
Yeah, he does. All backup players.
Agricultural science, agriculture
so
science.
NK, Tobechukwu and Jules KOUNDE
Farmer.
Guys, I want to ask you guys a question, right?
Yeah.
Are you guys really confident about this Touchaemani or what's his name?
Don't worry, I'm like, wait, Jide, don't worry, I'm like,
agricultural science.
Jide, also, no, I'm like, ask the question again, please.
Which is called Touamaeni and then Jules KOUNDE, because apparently, I don't want to say it, I hate to say it. At the moment, Andres Christensen has rejected Chelsea contract. He's on stagnant at the moment. Stagnant. No, it's got no go area. And where the guy will live, whether we like it or not, he will go. Now we fucked up because we have two defenders living in the summer.
I'm gonna pick up my food.
So we need a replacement. So that's why we're bringing in. We will probably bring in Jules KOUNDE in January and also Touamaeni in January. So your take on both of them.
Listen, Abdullahi, number one, Abdullahi. I'm not gonna say when these guys are coming because the way January is looking. Number two, more importantly, and let me just address Christensen quickly. I know, Emmy's made a point. He's the baby. I don't know. I'm trying to put it nicely. He's like the baby of the academy, the crown, the apple to the eye of many of the hierarchy in Chelsea's academy. Me personally, if Christensen goes, I will sleep peacefully at night. No issue. I won't wake up and have an issue with sleep. I can sleep perfectly fine with Christensen leaving. I'll applaud him. I wish him well. Thank you for your time if he leaves.
And he's 25 years of age.
I'm like, listen, there's always there's that saying, there's plenty of fish in the sea. When it comes to Christensen, there's definitely defenders out there in the sea. Now, with Toby Chukwu and Jules KOUNDE, listen, Jules KOUNDE at this point, Jules KOUNDE can come. I'm okay with that. Toby Chukwu, listen, I'm a Declan Rice guy. I'll keep on saying it. I don't care.
They clean you.
Yeah, I'm a Declinio guy. I'm sorry.
Are we gonna start this? Are we gonna start this now?
I'm not saying I'm lying. I'm just giving you my preference. If Toby Chukwu comes, that's perfectly fine. I wish him well. I'll support him like I'm supporting Lukaku, like I support all my Chelsea players except for Alonso. But I'm a Declan
the issue with Declan Rice is
I'm a Declan Rice guy.
Is the money is too much for Declan Rice?
Yeah, I agree. I agree. So if that's the case,
the money is not. It's too cheap.
What is too cheap? Blue Eyes 120 million.
No, 100 million. 100 million.
It's 120.
120.
Now Emi wants to talk.
That guy.
No, Emi is 200.
It's gonna be cost like Grealish. You see that 100 million Man City paid for Grealish. That's what Martin.
And City did, and you see, here's my thing, Abdullahi.
That's the difference.
This is the difference between City and Chelsea. We always just settle for, and I'm not saying Touamaeni is trash, but we always just settle and say, oh, why are we barking, hunting, and doing this,
what
bro?
happened to the big club mentality?
Exactly.
We can't
what
see.
the hell?
We know a lot of things, right? Manchester City is owned by a country, right? I always remember.
You're comparing Roman Abramovich to a terrorist-funded club.
Exactly.
Now
Abramovich is a little boy. Is Abramovich a little boy?
No, it's not about a little boy.
I
see. The thing is,
Ross, is Abramovich a little?
No,
okay,
it's not.
Emmy Land.
But Manchester City is a country. It's not just any country. It's an oil-driven country. Every time you pump gas, let me tell you, every time you put gas in your car, you're making Man City richer.
Okay,
every time you put gas in your car,
and PSG.
Emmy, 1 minute. Last time I checked, Blue Eyes, sorry. Didn't Abramovich make us come up in the oil industry, or was he just
steel?
Most of his stuff is telecoms, right?
Telecoms.
His father owned a steel company.
So he has nothing to do with
telecoms.
So Abramovich has nothing to do with oil. Is that what you're saying?
I think he might own an oil company, but not like this.
Maybe he diversified into
not
oil.
like the UAE oil companies, right?
But he started off with steel.
Do you know what UAE? Do you know how much they get every day?
Oh, I know.
Every hour, like hundreds of millions of dollars every day comes into those countries. So. Yeah, you can't mess with these guys.
But listen, guys, let me just tell you.
Guess what? They fund terrorist stuff, right? So
no, listen. Let me just let you guys know.
Finish up on.
Yeah, let me just let you guys know. Abramovich is in that oil industry. Let me just let you know for a fact. That's number one. Number two, I'm pretty sure when you win the Champions League, you get a nice paycheck, don't you? You get a nice, comfortable.
You get 105 million pounds. That's all.
Exactly. So my thing is
you get the money that the the scorer of the
See,
winning
guys,
goal
guys.
cost.
See, money has
You
never
get
been
the
issue of
you get the
Chelsea,
money
right?
that
Chelsea that
cost
paid,
that Kai
Chelsea
Havertz
that paid,
cost.
Chelsea that paid 98 million for Lukaku. Trust me, they can sign Rice for 100 million.
Exactly.
No,
Exactly.
they
Money
won't
has
sign
never been
Rice
an
for that
issue.
much.
No, they,
I
no,
feel
no, no.
like
It's not that. It's not that they.
Lukaku
Okay,
would
they might not,
succeed.
but they can. It's not. It's
They
not.
can, yeah.
If they wanted to, they would. They don't want to,
So
and that's
But
my
they
issue
don't
with
want to.
Chelsea.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah.
That's
so
my issue
now
with Chelsea.
let's move on. Let's move on.
But to be honest,
Your,
I would prefer Rice over
NK,
that guy, over that Touamaeni. When that guy
People
came.
I
win no
agree.
ball,
NK,
no ball. Now might they tell you. People win no ball, no ball.
NK,
They
Touamaeni,
clean you.
and then
They
Jules KOUNDE.
clean you.
I'll be happy. Hey, listen, Ablai, because even Chelsea's talent ID as of recently has been questionable. So you can't. If Touamaeni if Chelsea go for Touamaeni, I'll support him. Ablai, I have no issue. I'm not going to
And it
say
turns out to be
anything.
a star. Hey, man. Exactly.
My first option, if you're asking me,
Mhm.
is Declan Gini. That's just my opinion. Now, Touamaeni is nice. I respect that. Jules Kounde, bring him into the club. Touamaeni, you could come in. But me, regardless of Touamaeni is signed or not, I'm still advocating Chelsea put the money where their mouth is and sign Declan Gini before he goes to United and starts bowling there.
It's
That's
fine.
my
It's
thing. But
it's fine if he goes to United, actually.
Of course, it's fine.
here we go.
Heavy
I thought, and by the way, Ablai, just before you
will
move
do
on,
whatever it takes.
Ablai, just before you move on, I
I'll
thought we're
wait for him
supposed.
to go to that United. Let him go there.
Let me
Ablai,
hear NK.
Ablai, before you move on, I thought we're supposed to be chasing City and
Oh,
all these
God.
guys. I thought we're supposed to be, because apparently City's team is comfortably better than Chelsea's, isn't it?
NK, no, we're not chasing City. We're shooting for top 4, top 5.
Yeah, that's Chelsea now. We're just a top 4, top.
no,
We're
top
okay. We're okay.
Wait,
We're okay.
SSB, what you
We're
said today,
comfortable.
I love that in a player because Jordi Alba is a bastard. I call him a bastard.
The
So
guy's a dirty
what Jules
player.
Kounde do
I don't
makes
like
me happy.
Jordi Alba.
It makes me happy.
Exactly.
Jordi Alba
What he
used to
did
kick.
makes me happy.
Jordi Alba kicks players when the referee's not looking. He
Don't
does
mind.
that. He's those kind of dirty players.
It makes me happy.
I'm
So
sure he was not. See, as soon as Kounde knew it was him again, I'm sure this is not the first time he has done.
it's not the
Kounde
first
something.
time, yeah. Mhm.
So Kounde waited.
So
for
when
him.
it's going the ball, Jules Kounde didn't even argue. He just went out. He pulled off his shirt
You
and went.
know, Kounde is from Benin Republic, right? You know those boys that grew up in Cotonou. Those Cotonou boys, they know they play.
For real?
Yeah, he's from
For real?
Cotonou, born and bred.
Oh, wow.
Like he grew up in France, though. But
He
like,
was born there.
yeah, his dad is Cotonou.
Oh,
He's
wow, I
from
didn't know
Benin.
that.
Yeah, he's from Cotonou. Yeah.
So Ogablo is Jules
Oh, wow, I didn't
Kounde
know that. Though.
and
So you don't mess
Awele
with those boys. That's why children that grow up in
Awele
that, you don't mess with
Touchaemani.
them, man.
I call him Tochuku or
No,
Tobejuku.
they say he was born in
So-
Paris, France. Now.
Your
He was
take on
born
it,
in
yeah?
Paris, but his father is from Benin Republic.
Your take on him.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, he's from Beninese and French
Bryce,
descent. Oh, yeah,
your
you're
take
right.
on
Yeah,
Tochuku.
again, I'm gonna sound like NK Dons. If you know, my whole debate is agenda based. I have my preference, and I think Declan Rice is two of these guys combined. With all due respect, because Declan Rice can also he can play as a centre back.
He
like
can progress,
Fabinho. He can, and if you need a centre back, you can rely on him as a centre back. So that if you look at the economies of scale, if you look at the economies of scale overall, you can see that even at 100 million, if you get only Declan Rice, you actually win. But that aside,
Blue Eyes, Ablai. This guy Blue Eyes said he's not an economics man and he's talking about economies of scale. Continue.
No. but if you look at if we can bring him like NK Don said, if we can bring Touamaeni and turn water to wine with Touamaeni and Kounde, fine. I'm a Chelsea fan, Chelsea first. But my only fear is, like I think Jide said it. I see a little bit of Bakayoko vibes. I see Bakayoko vibes.
Bakayoko, stop being racist, Joe.
No. Bakayoko vibes based on ability. Calm down, man.
Which ability? Which ability? Have you watched that boy play?
Bakayoko can play ball, though. Let's not get it twisted. Bakayoko can play.
I'm not saying Bakayoko is a good player. It's just like depends on the system where you play, right?
The thing about Touamaeni is just this whole thing about Touamaeni is, he looks good in League On, and I still look at him as a young up and he's still green.
He's a prospect. He's still a prospect. Yeah, he's still a prospect.
He has prospect written all over him.
Yeah, but you don't want to wait until he's 200 million pounds to now buy him.
I get it,
if he gets there.
We're not a team that trains young people.
We're not trying to train. This guy has 4 years experience. So
yeah, but still, exactly.
4-5 years now.
Yeah, but we're not just because we have Mason Mount and them. It's just because of this contract we couldn't buy 2 years ago. If not, we probably wouldn't have seen Mason Mount.
That's
Well,
true.
Chelsea is a team.
Hold
Hold
on.
on.
More games than Messi Mount. So he's
Yeah,
more.
but their value now, him and Messi Mount, who is more valuable? Come on.
It's not. How many people are buying Messi Mount though?
Messi Mount.
No, Messi Mount. Come on. If you put Messi Mount for market now, at least 80 to 100
I bet
million.
it's just perception, Jerry.
Whatever. At the end of the day,
whatever it is, it is what it is. Money talks.
No, wait. Are you saying Rice or Messi Mount? Are you saying
No, I'm saying Touamaeni or Messi Mount in the market.
No, of course, Messi Mount.
Oh, you have to remember English tax now.
Whatever. Okay, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, just really quick, man.
Not just
I don't.
you know what?
For Touamaeni or Jules KOUNDE, I don't care. If we get them, fine. If we don't get them, better. That's all I have to say.
Okay, marvelous. Touamaeni.
You passed me.
Sorry.
Who would be your pick? Who would your pick? If you were to sign someone, what would you sign?
Declan Jr. Without even thinking. And I'll sign only Declan Rice. I don't need two players.
Okay.
Just one. Because you know why? When you bring just Declan Rice, you increase competition, first of all, in the midfield. Kante will rearrange himself.
Jorginho would as well.
Kante will rearrange.
Of course.
Kante is our only walk.
He is, but he will rearrange himself. We'll start using him as a VIP player because if Declan Rice comes, guess what? He's playing in Kante's position, or they're going to be competing for that position. It's not Jorginho. That's the thing people don't want to face.
And that's the problem. That's the problem.
No, it's not a problem.
Wait. Let me just explain, right?
Yeah,
that's
go ahead.
The problem because we still don't have a replacement for Jorginho. The guy plays almost 70 games, 60 games a year. It's a lot of football for him.
But who can you find to play that kind
Touamaeni will play. That's why he's there. Touamaeni will play the number 6 role easily. Jorginho will be able to rest.
Okay, no problem.
Emmy,
that's what he plays for France.
You guys know.
Can you imagine? Okay, let me go. So
thank you so much.
So when Touamaeni plays for France, right? They play two midfielders, right? Two in a hole, two pivot players, right? You play him and Pogba. Pogba hardly defends. We all know that Pogba does not defend. Zero defensive ability, right? This guy. Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, okay. This guy holds his own in the base of that French midfield, and he gets the ball moving forward, right? Currently in our team, we don't have a replacement or someone that can actually deputize or even play sometimes when Jorginho is tired. That is the biggest problem in our midfield currently. Our problem is this: Jorginho's characteristics, right? He's good. He's a specialized kind of player. We need another variety of a central midfielder that can actually play from that deep, that has the physical ability, the technique, the ability to actually move the ball forward. What is this? Okay, man.
Can I ask you a question, right? Why did you say Kante can't play with Rice? Why do you think Rice will take Kante's spot? That's one thing that is very confusing.
Yeah, no, that's me. Yeah, I said that because Rice is a destroyer slash
box.
Yeah, he's a hybrid central midfielder. That's why I love that guy, man. He can morph. Okay, he can morph. Yeah, go ahead.
I'll come to you.
Anyways, go ahead.
No, continue.
Yeah, so because we also play a possession-based system, right? You know, this guy is this kind of players that can also show for the ball and get that ball moving forward quickly. Our biggest problem in our current system or our current team is the ability for the ball to get to the forwards quicker, in 3 seconds, 5 seconds, 7 seconds, once after the goalkeeper passes the ball to the defenders, the ball should get up to the forward player so that they can do their thing and they can combine and push the opposition back. But apparently, with our current team, we're constantly passing sideways, up. We're constantly looking for the safe pass. Let me just say it like that. We're constantly looking for the safe pass. I don't know whether our players are trying to boost up their statistics, their pass accuracy statistics, which, to me.
Okay. I want to say something, right? After you finish or something.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, no worries. So as in it's so constant, and to me, it delays the ball to the forward line. The forward line makes runs. I'm telling you, if you go to Stamford Bridge and actually watch Chelsea, you see that the forward players are trying to run behind the defenders, the defense line. But guess what? The midfielders are not looking up to pass the ball over to them or even get the ball to them quickly. People are always talking about, hey, this person missed this chance. This person missed this chance. The problem is our midfield is not creating as many chances as many top clubs in Europe. You take Bayern Munich, for instance, they create from the side, for Lewandowski constantly. Lewandowski has at least 10 opportunities to score in every match. 10. At least 10. He scores 4. He scores 3.
Wow.
He could score 2 in some instances. They create at least 10 chances for him per game. How many times do they create? How many times does our midfield or white players? How many times do they create for the strikers of the forward line in Chelsea? That is the big problem. We had just one shot on goal in the Wolves game. I know the Wolves game we are berated with all kinds of injuries, right? But if you look at it, even if we bring, no matter who, I'm sorry I'm going away from it, but this Touamaeni guy enables us to have an extra attacking player, someone that can actually, you can go by, an extra attacking midfielder that can actually, cause havoc from midfield. But yeah, I think he'll be a fantastic buy. And there's no way. I always tell people, if it's possible, we can also get Declan Rice, right? Declan Rice and this guy in the midfield, it solidifies our midfield for at least for the next 10 years for sure. But the thing is, I don't know what the club's priorities are. Would they be able to?
Because I saw the news that, based on the news, I saw that Tuchel liked Declan Rice and they want him in the squad, but because of the money, Chelsea are looking into get maybe 2023, maybe when he has like 2 or 1 year more on his contract.
No, 2 years. He has till 2025, right?
So maybe 2023 they'll be able to negotiate more better deal for him because they're looking at West Ham winning the Europa League towards coming back to Champions League. That could help Declan Rice stay into like West Ham United for one more season. Maybe by then they'll be able to negotiate a better deal for West Ham United. And
I believe Declan Rice will sign a bigger deal for West Ham at this summer that is coming because West Ham is going to be very
if they win the Europa League. Not just
if they win Europa League, they are an ambitious club. They actually have money. They want to invest.
They have a new owner too. Yeah, that's exactly. About to take over.
Exactly. They have a new owner. I remember West Ham is in East London, although it's a rowdy part of London, but it's still in London. It's a London club, right? So it's actually the return on investment is something that the new owner is actually looking at because as soon as they start playing in Champions League or Europa League back-to-back season, the value of the club goes up, right? So I will always, this boy, I will go with what Fabregas said about him. That this guy is a jewel. Yeah, he's a jewel. He can play in number 6 role. He can play in number 8 role. He can also play in number. He's getting to that number 10 role. And if we have a good world-class coach that can make this boy get those 3, get that 6, 8, and 10 in his belt. We're looking at someone that can be a world-class midfielder because he has the abilities, he has the strength too.
That's fine.
Listen, I'm lying. Just quickly. Sorry. Just quickly. I just have a question to ask, and it's to Blue Eyes and to the panel as well. Mm-hmm. Why do you guys think that Jorginho is part of the future of this club?
Isn't part of the future, or is part of?
No, I want to know why you guys think he is.
Because I think they're about to offer Jorginho a new deal.
You think
2 years extension? Because his current deal. His current deal expires 2023.
They shouldn't give him a new deal, please. No.
I think they're looking to extend him for 2 more years.
My thing is that I think again. I'll before you move on, I'd lie. I don't think this system that we're playing is not the system. It's not the system.
I also believe that this system we're playing is not something Tuchel is going to play for a long time.
Exactly, I agree. I
think once he has his own players in quotes, right? Remember, these are not his players, right? He inherited this team, and he believes that for this team to function, they have to play 3-2, 3-4-2-1 or 3-5-2 or 3-4-3, right? It's not because he has not gotten his own players. I believe that once he gets his own player, once that guy buys like 4 or 5 players, he's going to change the system.
Exactly.
I think he's going to change the system.
But Tuchel wanted Jorginho at PSG.
Yes, he wanted Jorginho because in PSG they don't have that kind of player.
Yeah, they don't have that player.
So
one of the reasons why
your question, NK Dons.
Yeah, one of the reasons why PSG struggles in the Champions League is because they don't have that, that central midfielder that can dictate the game like Jorginho, right? I know people say Verratti, but Verratti is different. Verratti likes to go forward.
Just to interject really quick with what you're saying, the biggest mistake Chelsea will make, and it might work, is to bring Touamaeni as heir to the throne for Jorginho.
I agree. He should be his own player.
That's going to be if he's going to come in, he had that because like you said, Jorginho is a special. He's not the best player, but he's a specialist.
He's a specialist. Yeah,
and if you bring in Touamaeni to come and be that specialist, then it means I don't
think they'll bring Touamaeni to be heir to Jorginho.
Can Gilmore play Jorginho's position?
Yes, he can.
Long term.
I don't know, man. Very good question.
Billy Gilmore.
Yeah, Gilmore's the problem with Gilmore is that physicality, right? Because in the Premier League, right?
Gilmore reminds me of Scholes.
No, Scholes is more fair, more arms. Scholes is bulky, man. Scholes is bulky. Have you seen his laps? What? Scholes laps.
This guy, Billy Gilmore still looks like a teenager. He still looks like a teenager. He still looks like a
Scholes is not smallish.
No, not the finished product. A young version.
Oh, okay.
So let me hear.
Gilmore still looks like
when he was young.
Let me hear. Judy, your take on them. Touchaemani and them.
Okay, my take on what? On Gilmore?
Yeah, Touchaemani and them.
Touamaeni.
What?
Touamaeni and Kounde.
Kounde, I know I was going to talk about that. I said like I prefer Kounde for sure, right? But as for Touamaeni, I haven't like the only time I watched that was at the Euros, and it was okay. Not the Euros. Was that Euros?
Conference League?
No, the Nations League. Yeah, the Nations
League.
Actually.
Sorry, Nations League. Sorry.
I watched him at the Nations League. It was decent for sure, right? But as far as saying for Chelsea, I would still go. I would rather go for Rice. Or even this guy. Or even this guy too. Even this guy too. What's his name? This guy in Wolves, Ruben Neves. I like that guy too.
Yeah, Ruben Neves is good.
He's a good player.
He's a good player.
Yeah.
Good. But
funny enough, Chelsea actually was going for Ruben Neves at some point when he was still 19. Unfortunately, the guy said he looked at it and said, because then we had Matic, we had Fabregas, then we just that
Barriers of entry, man.
Yeah, he just looked at it and said, "There's no way he's going to play in this Chelsea team," and he turned us down. And he rather went to another Portuguese team, and then from there he went to Wolves.
So,
Ruben Neves is a good player.
Marvelous. Touchaemani and the Jules KOUNDE, your take on it.
Look, this is nothing against Touamaeni because I think he's going to, if he continues to develop as he is, he's going to become a top player, right? An excellent player. Whether he becomes world class or not, I can't really call that, right? But I think he'll be very, very good. But at this moment, I'm choosing to opt, and this is going to sound weird coming from me. I'd rather opt for someone that has proved themselves beyond reasonable doubt in the Premier League, and that's Declan Rice.
Hey, marvelous!
Not because I think Declan Rice is a better player than Touamaeni, but because I think we won't have to deal with the whole thing of let's give him a season or two to adapt. We won't have to deal with like figuring out where to play him in the Premier League.
Wait, did they give? Wait, let me just ask you real quick, Marvelous.
Gilmore is more physical than J5 by far.
Did they give Kante did he have an adaptation time in Leicester when they
Yeah, but that's the thing. Kante is an anomaly.
Wait. Let me give you another player. What about Mahrez? These are guys that came from
But you have to understand that when Kante came to EPL when it was like, was it not like 25 or something?
Yeah, it was 25. It was 26 actually. Yeah, 25.
Yeah. So you can't. Right? How old is Touamaeni? Touamaeni is like 21 now, right?
21, yes, 21.
21, 22.
Yeah.
And
remember that Kante played. You know, he did not play in teams like Monaco though. He played in lower division in France.
He played in Sienne.
Yeah, so you know they came through two different routes in football.
No, but and Kante also sharpened his teeth. Where at Leicester?
Yeah.
He didn't come as a finished product to us.
Chelsea.
No, that's what I'm saying.
And he worked with an excellent coach in Ranieri.
In Ranieri, man, before he came to us. So let's not get it twisted. Yes, he was talent in France, but his probation was Leicester.
Currently, Touamaeni has had what's his name? This Portuguese guy. What's his name now?
I beg Touamaeni is a rookie, man. Only I'm looking at his stats right now.
What's the Portuguese guy that used to be Monaco coach?
He's looking at this guy has only played for France 7 times this year. I beg. 7 times. I beg. Wait till be this.
Who is that?
Touamaeni. He only played 7 with 0 goals. Declan Rice has played 27 times.
Whoa, why? No, not blind. Blue eyes. What is up with you and stats recently?
No, just so that people can understand. It's night and day, man. 27 times 2 goals international for Declan Rice.
What against which team? Who did he score against?
Since 2018, he played 3 games for Ireland and he played for England. I don't know what games, but all I know is he's played 27
against
times.
Lithuania. So I think one of those goals was Lithuania, right?
I don't know, but either way,
I think another was
okay. You see what we're gonna do. Either between Rice and
why is there no one talking about Ndidi though? Ndidi, what about Ndidi?
No, you know what? He's not good in possession based.
Yeah,
Real Madrid want him to replace Casemiro.
Real Madrid want him to replace Casemiro.
That's a good buy, man. I hope he gets because Nigeria we need top billing players. Players that play for big teams. It's been a while we've had a Nigerian player that plays for a top echelon team. So yeah, that would be a nice buy. I'll take it, man.
Yeah.
To Real.
Yeah,
anyways, keep going.
Fabulous. Round up your talk on Touamaeni and Jules KOUNDE.
Yes, so even, and I hate to bring this up because it's unrelated. It's one of the reasons why I also would have opted for Harry Kane over Lukaku.
100%.
Right? Just the whole thing of having a player that's familiar.
That would not work.
No. I'm saying why I would have in the past over the summer.
But there's no logic to it though because he plays for Tottenham. No Tottenham player ever plays for Chelsea.
Having like a player who has grinded, has built themselves at another EPL team that's overachieving means that he can come into Chelsea assured, willing to fight for his place, right?
I don't know. I'm not a fan of having too many English players in the same team because of the mentality. Yeah. And if you look at most of the teams that won the Premier League in the last how many years, you will not see that, and no team has been built around English players.
Thank you. This makes sense then. I mean, I get where you're coming from.
And Marvelous, you can go back if you want to go back to the Chelsea days of Mourinho. Or even Alex Ferguson days.
How about Blackburn, Kenny Dalglish?
Yeah, that was 1995. You know what? In 1995 there was no cell phones, right? We only had what they call that, that cell phone that's
dial-up.
Whatever it is.
Okay, but what about the United? What about the United team then? But
the problem is, and that I think that's one of the biggest scare. Even if you look at the current Man City team, right? The most number of English players you see in Man City is 2. Guardiola doesn't do more than 2 English players in his team, not more than 2. and that is because of mentality.
What was the name of that Fernandinho lookalike that he had?
Fernando?
No, not Fernando. The guy was British.
I don't know.
Delph. He got rid of Delph so
he
quick.
got rid of Delph because he had to bring in Foden, right?
No, but Delph wasn't good enough.
I don't know, but he can't have more than two. He doesn't have more than two. I mean, if you look at Man City, they don't. And I'm not saying that English players are bad. It's just you see what Reece James is doing currently. Imagine having more English players in your team.
So that's why you're against Declan. So is that why you're against Declan then?
That's why I don't want more. We already have too many English players.
Thank you. You see, Blue Eyes. You see, it's nothing to do with his ability. This is perfectly fine. That is a valid reason. I don't have an issue with that.
Yo, don't involve me in that. That's not my argument. That's
no,
not
I'm not saying. No, I'm not saying.
Exactly. So why are you mentioning my name?
No, because what I'm saying is that
yes,
the way Emily was talking about Declan, I thought this guy doesn't.
My argument is strictly on his ability, and
thank you. I agree. But what I'm saying is, I thought Emily was looking at Declan.
Wait, who's average?
Declan was trash.
Who's average?
Reece James.
Oh no.
Blue Eyes, is he?
He's not average.
He's average, man, brother. He's average.
He's a hard-working. We can't have too many English players in Chelsea. We'll just turn to Tottenham Hotspur immediately.
Oh, Arsenal.
I'm telling you, and that's the scare. We cannot afford to become Tottenham Hotspur because Tottenham Hotspur used to be that English team, right? They had.
But to be fair, now.
They had, they had Dele Alli, they had Eric Dyer, they had all those English boys that, if you look at them, those guys formed the core of the 2016 Euros, and you see how badly England did there.
To be fair, to be fair now, Chelsea back in the day, there were English guys there. There were English guys.
No, they were not as much. They were not as much.
So
go back to 96. The team of 96.
Okay, but let's talk about Mourinho's team, for example.
Yeah.
Ashley Cole was there?
No, Ashley Cole was not originally there. Remember?
Okay, no, but I'm talking about when Chelsea were up. I'm not talking about back. I'm talking about when Chelsea were winning.
Ashley Cole.
Let's go 2004, 2005.
Joe Cole was there.
They had the English players. If you look at the English players we had a certain mentality, right?
Declan was a captain.
They were not just regular English boys. They had John Terry is world class. Like he had his peers around the world respect him, right? He's someone that most of those like Puyol, those guys, respect
John Terry.
Yeah.
So no one respects Declan.
No, who knows? Yeah, nobody respects. Yeah,
listen, Emmy,
people respect Touchaemani.
I'm not saying I'm not talking
Emmy,
about.
Hold on. When I remember,
I'm just saying that you cannot have a team
hold on.
who is built on English.
Do you remember when John Terry broke into the first team from the academy?
Yeah, that was 98, 99.
And what did he look like that first season? The first 2 seasons, what did he look like?
Very lanky boy. I didn't like him. I was like, man, this guy is not.
What did the Chelsea fans think about him?
They liked him because he came from the academy. Remember, he went on loan before.
But what was his personality? What was his? Did you see that ruggedness those first 2 seasons?
No, it takes
this guy brought him up. What's his name? The Rock. Desai and Leboeuf.
Thank you. Exactly. So
I remember those guys won the World Cup.
Oh, Man City has 5 or 6.
SSB. Thank you. Come on,
Foden, Walker, Stone, Sterling. So Pep wanted Kane. That's half of potential.
Now with Grealish, now they have Grealish.
Grealish too.
How many of those guys? What I'm talking about, and what I'm talking about, Pep's team is on the field, starting the starting lineup.
Yeah, but so let's look at how many EPLs has Sterling won with Pep starting.
I think 2 or 3.
He didn't start last season.
Bring up that list again. Remember,
he didn't start.
Sterling is a mainstay in Pep.
No, he's not.
Last season he didn't play.
Last season he didn't play.
What about the season before?
The season before, for sure. When they were on that point at 99.
The season before, Liverpool won, right?
Mm-hmm. No, but I'm saying just look at Man City's how many EPLs has Man City? Top 5.
He has no. Pep has won. This will be his third if he wins this season. This will be his third, right?
No,
it's
no.
It's
Is it
four and five.
First one was 2012.
4.
Yeah,
His,
he'll be 4 and
his
5.
first one was 2012. Yes.
No,
No,
Pep didn't win
he wasn't at
2012.
City in
Pep, no,
2012.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
It was
Oh my
Mancini.
goodness.
It'll be
Yeah,
it'll be
that was
4 and 5.
Mancini,
It'll
right?
be
yeah,
4
that
and
was
5.
Mancini. Sorry. Yeah.
It'll be
So
4
this
and
is
5.
If
this is
Pep
Pep's
wins
third.
this
No,
season,
this is
it will
Pep's
be
third.
four.
No, the
Yeah.
first time Pep won it was 2018.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it'll
it.
be,
Then I think he won it again in 18,
he won it
19.
back to back. He
This
won
is
it
his
back to
third.
back.
This is his third.
Yeah.
Going on his
So
fourth.
this
No,
last
this will
one
be
was
his
his third.
fourth.
I
Going
think
on
if
his
he wins
fourth.
this season, it will
No,
be
he's going on
fourth.
his fourth.
His fourth,
He's
yeah.
going
Yeah.
on his fourth. Sorry. So
It'll
out
be
of the
4. It'll be 4
out
and
of the
5.
3, how many has Sterling been the mainstay?
One.
Two.
Okay.
One.
One?
The second
One.
season
One.
when they finished
18,
19.
So what was
19.
happening in the first? No, time out.
18,
What was happening in the first year?
The first year, the
was
first year
playing?
was this guy, Silva, Silva and De Bruyne.
Okay, no, but was he?
With the
Was he?
same-
No,
no,
you guys aren't saying. Was he starting?
Yeah, hell yeah.
No, he wasn't
Hell
starting.
No, he
No,
wasn't.
he wasn't
He
starting.
wasn't.
18, yeah, he was.
He was starting. He was. What were we
That's
doing?
when he was
How
scoring. He
many
was scoring
goals
for
did he
fun.
score in 17-18? Check. His
That's-
best season
no, no,
his
no,
best
no,
season for
18,
City is
18,
18-19.
No, but
He's
no, I'm
got
not talking about.
one
Yeah, but I'm
goal.
not talking about his best season. I'm talking about when you say mainstay. That guy, he's a penciled in starter. 17,
Yeah,
18, was he starting?
No, but he didn't. So the main players for that Centurion season were Silva, De Bruyne, and Antonio. What's the guy at the back? Their captain, Company.
You know. By the way,
Aguero.
Sterling got 18
Aguero.
goals. Sterling got 18 goals that season. By the way, in the Premier League. Just putting it out there.
Who was he?
17-18.
Was he
17-18?
17-18?
Let me check. Let me check.
He did it.
And I'm sure he wasn't. I don't think he started a lot of games. I'm just saying the
Leroy
main players.
Sané.
Exactly, Sané were the main. Those are the main players that started.
No. You guys, 17, 18, and 33 appearances. He's got 18 goals, 11 assists. You guys need to stop. You guys need to stop.
No, but that's
Come
not.
on.
You know how many goals City scored that year?
That's not Premier League.
That's in the Premier League. Look it up. It's there. Look it up. Look it up online.
Look it up. Hold on. Do you know how many goals City scored in? Let's check. How many goals they scored in 17-18? Was he the highest goal scorer? No,
but okay. So 18 and 11 that's just
no. That's that you're looking at. Do you know what? They were Centurions. Wait, NK. They were Centurions that season. They almost went unbeaten.
But he was starting.
That was the same season. That was the same season they broke the highest goal scoring record in the league.
Okay, I respect
that year
that.
They scored 111 goals or thereabout.
I respect that, but let's not. No, but here's what you guys are doing. You're acting like he was just
17-18. Sterling scored 18 goals and 11 assists.
Come on, what are we doing?
Wait, hold on. 18-19. He scored 17 goals.
Whatever it takes
and
to
10
make sure.
assists.
Thank you, my brother.
19-20. He scored 20 goals.
1920, they didn't win the league, remember?
But it doesn't matter.
But you guys
last season, he scored 10 goals.
You got to think about his impact overall.
His impact over 3 years.
That's what I'm saying.
No, this whole thing about England. No. This whole thing, you know what is blinding?
No, there's something about English you can't.
But Sterling doesn't really play.
Do you think
Sterling doesn't really play like an English player?
Sterling? No.
Sterling doesn't play like an English player.
How does an English player play?
Like that whole passion.
There's a rhetoric here.
No. I'm not here for stereotypes.
There's a rhetoric here.
I'm not here for
No.
stereotypes.
That's what I'm saying. Sterling doesn't play like that. He doesn't.
That's not the English style of playing.
How many trophies has England won as a country? You cannot build a core of a winning team. I've not seen a team.
Chelsea won that team.
Okay, so hold on. Emmy, tell me how
Cole, John Terry, Frank Lampard. That's the core of the team.
I want to talk football. I don't want to talk this stereotype thing.
What's the core?
Peter Cech. Drogba.
The goalkeeper. Yeah, Drogba was. Drogba. No. Here's the core.
Let me tell you.
No. Listen, the spine of that team was Cech, Terry, Lampard, Drogba.
Let me tell you something. Hold on. Let me jump in for 1 second. Let me jump in for 1 second. Listen,
I've not seen a team.
You see what Drogba? You see the Drogbas, the Michels, the Essiens,
they
and all
mattered.
these guys.
They mattered.
No, let me say something. You see all these guys that you guys are mentioning. They won chips based on English football. It is English football that gave them that platform.
Yes, but
so forget this thing about hold on.
They didn't play in a total English team.
But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It is still English football.
No,
it is still English football. It is English football.
But Blue Eyes, you cannot have a team. I'm using an example in Tottenham Hotspurs, right?
Okay.
Tottenham Hotspurs in 2016, they came second.
Yeah.
Do you know why they came second?
Because they have English players.
Yes.
That is just soft.
They had their
Amy, no disrespect. That's soft. Amy, that's soft, man. It is. Sorry, bro. With all due respect. No. With all due respect. That was soft, man.
Actually, someone said this, and I was like, no, this cannot be true. I actually went to research it, and I was like, dude, it's true. I've not seen a team that has conquered Europe or England that has been core English team, that has had 6 starters English.
Okay, but who's the 6 in Chelsea? No, but who's the 6 in Chelsea?
What?
Who would be the 6 starters in Chelsea if there's no 6 English players in Chelsea that will be starting games?
We have.
So we won. Hold on. We won the Champions League with Mason Mount, with Reece James, with Ben Chilwell, with who else?
That's it.
I mean, I don't
understand. I don't understand this.
Listen, man, let's just look at football as football, man. You see what's no. The problem is there is a preconceived notion when, like, that's why I love Nigeria. Nigerians love Paul Gascoigne. Why? Because Paul Gascoigne is a baller. They don't look at him as an English boy.
No, Paul Gascoigne is a baller.
That's why I love. Listen, when you in Nigeria, they drink beer with men. When you hear conversations about football and somebody mention Paul Gascoigne, everybody will be quiet. Why?
Yeah,
because
hold on.
Is unique, right? Yeah. It's because we only talk football.
It's about can you play or can you not play? That's the way I look at it.
It's not about whether there's a passion and whatever. Nah, man. I don't want to have that discussion, man. If that's the discussion we want to have, we can have that discussion. I'm game. But that's not what I want to talk about, man.
What's SSB saying England has gone to a World Cup semi-final. Yeah, they have gone to a World Cup.
I don't care about that. Let's just talk about these guys that are playing. Reece James is a good player. Mason is a good player. Ben is a good player.
You know what? If the board had listened to Chelsea fans, because I remember when this guy transitioned from the academy, JT, rugged, when he transitioned from the academy, if they had listened to these Chelsea fans like how we sound today, John Terry wouldn't have been what he is today.
No. Blue Eyes. Blue Eyes, I'll do one better. I'll do one better, by the way. Sorry. Go ahead, Amy.
I beg, guys, please, let's talk football. Keep it football.
He showed that he had the ability.
Guys, let's keep it football, man.
He had the experienced guys in Desai.
But when he first came in, I remember. No, John Terry was still cleaning his nose. I remember
he was making mistakes. That's what
I'm saying. He was still cleaning his nose, and a lot of people were on his back. He had this academic prize. He had this academy label on him.
You know,
yes, you're right. He actually went and got a shirt. You're right.
Do you know what's even? I'll go one better. Do you remember some of the narratives when Frank Lampard was at West Ham?
Thank you. He was fat. He was overweight. Thank you.
Nepotism.
I remember.
But can you play or can you not play? That's and he. Come on, Blue.
No. Listen, it's like you know what? It's like when you look at Nigeria. If you look at Nigeria and you look at African football, Nigeria probably if you look at the based on statistics, Nigeria probably has produced the most stylistic, energetic type players in African football. But if you equate that to number of winnings, it is the same question. It's not the same. Egypt is way ahead of us.
Yeah.
Egypt is way ahead of us. Yeah, Cameroon even is where I think Cameroon has 2 more chips, 2 Afcons more than we do. I think so.
Yeah.
If somebody can check.
Cameroon ruled. Yeah, Cameroon.
Yes!
Cameroon stole 2 of our Afcons. If you ask me, they stole.
Well, either way, they stole in Lagos
2000.
Yeah, in Lagos. Yes,
88 and 2000.
Absolutely, it's not called stealing. No, it's not called stealing. They played better. They just came to Lagos and collected that thing. So at the end of the day, that's what I'm saying. It's like it's not about
they disallowed a goal that was actually a goal. They said it was offside.
Penalty.
It was a penalty. It was Kanu's penalty. Thank you. It was that penalty.
No, Ikpeba.
It was Ikpeba.
Oh, you guys are saying Ikpeba. I thought it was Kanu. It was Kanu. No,
put his hand on his head.
I thought no.
Boy.
Kanu put his hand in his head.
The ball crossed the line. He played the penalty. The ball crossed.
No, I thought no. It was Kanu. It was Kanu. I can argue that thing. There were two penalties that looked the same.
Wait, what year?
2000.
No, the last one. No, the last one. No, Oga. The last one was Ikpeba. I remember that one very well.
No, there was listen, look at the Kanu's. Somebody should please Google Kanu's penalty against Cameroon. I'm just curious. I might be wrong, but I want to see that penalty. No. I want to see that penalty. I just want to see Kanu's penalty first. Before we argue. But anyways, bottom line is, listen, this whole thing about what is it called? That England players, you don't want nah. That is just it's not giving us.
But England has a mentality issue in tournament.
Yeah, but that
right?
it does. But that doesn't.
Yeah,
we're talking about
you always flop. Yeah.
No. But we're talking about club. We're talking about club football.
It also, in fact, it's if not for the foreigners that moved, to the English game.
Of course,
the
same thing with Spain. The same thing with Spain. The same thing with Spain.
Remember in the 90s, right? In the 90s.
Messi, hold on. Messi is a foreigner in Spain, no.
Messi
is a foreigner in Spain. When he played for Barcelona,
Messi moved to Spain at the age of 12 or was he 11? How old
he's still a foreigner. He's still.
So are you saying Argentines say Messi is a foreigner in their country? Are you saying that he's also a foreigner in Spain?
No, we are being technical.
He's a foreigner in Spain.
He's a foreigner.
No, he's not Argentinian
though. Eto'o was a foreigner in Spain. Abramovich, foreigner in Spain. Where do you want to start?
Cristiano, foreigner in Spain.
Seedorf, Davids. Where do you want to go? Like a Seedorf. Modric, foreigner in Spain.
Benzema is a foreigner.
No, but you see that,
man, guys.
Wait. But
Hazard, foreigner in Spain, my brother.
But Spain produced that core team that conquered the world in 2010, right?
No, that's not what we're saying. What we're saying is, because I can tell that now the way you look at English players is different than the way you
that's why I'm saying, Blue Eyes. That's why I mentioned your name. I get it now. I get it.
We shouldn't be having those kind of discussions.
No, we shouldn't. I get it, though.
It limits the way we look at football. Like I want to talk football like drinking beer for Nigeria. That's why they like those kinds of, because Nigerian men, when we talk football those days, you guys know. When you're talking football, it doesn't matter.
You can talk about anybody.
Anybody. You're talking about the game. So if you add this mentality thing to it, then of course, then you start looking at it differently. We can have that discussion, but it's not going to be fun anymore. You guys know. It won't be fun, man.
So guys, remember the left back I was telling you about that is gonna replace what's called Lucas Digne in Everton. His name is Vitaly Mykolenko.
Ukrainian,
yeah.
From where? Is he from Zenit or from?
No. I think it's Ukrainian. He's Ukrainian.
Is he from Zenit or from Atalanta?
I'm not sure. Let me look at him.
Who are you talking about, Abdullah? What's his name?
Let me see. His name is Vitaly Mykolenko. It's the replacement for Lucas.
Brothers.
Let's come. Wait.
Have you guys spoken about the fact that we have 10 first team players out tomorrow, and our starting 11 is going to be pretty much 90% academy under 23s.
Good.
And there's a very solid chance that we lose, right? You guys know that, right?
Good. Benitez came and played academy boys and got us a draw. There's no excuses, regardless of the amount. We could have
SSB 0.
I just want everyone to be on the same page, knowing that we're going to lose tomorrow.
Bring up that SSB question, Abdullah.
What's the question?
SSB. He was asking some questions.
How many
Zero.
Exactly. Emmy.
Zero, bro.
So, Tosin, 5 seconds. No, 1 minute. Not 5 seconds. 1 minute. Touamaeni and Kounde. You're taking.
Oh, brother. You want me to talk about Chelsea again? You ain't linked to none of them.
I linked to two of them. Relax. I saw the link. I saw the report.
This guy, man. You clutching on, bro.
Abdullah always be clutching, man.
I saw the report.
You be clutching, bro.
I'm serious. I saw the reports. So I knew. I saw the report.
You're not getting the Bordeaux boys, bro.
I'm getting the Bordeaux. No. We have a recognition on our team. JC versus Lukaku. We need to get the two. We need to get the two brothers back into the team. We need to.
All right, we'll see, man. Yo, y'all see what Kounde did today, though?
I love what Kounde did. I love that. I love it. I love it. Jessica Alba is a bastard. He's a bastard.
He a clown, bro. He a clown.
He's a bastard. I love what just Kounde did. That's like, idiot, shut up your mouth. I'm your father. Get out of here.
Bro, he has a really short temper, bro.
Yeah,
Jules Kounde?
Yeah. Like, he be getting mad for no reason, bro. Like, yo.
Exactly.
Nah, man, but that shit was hilarious though. When he threw the ball at Alba, that shit had me crying, bro.
It was mad.
Yeah,
but it wasn't a red card. It was a red card.
Players like Jamie Vardy would mentally eat Kounde alive. Just IMO.
I think it's an odd temper player though.
Mentally, Abdullah, mentally, in terms of shit housing, players like Robertson, Vardy, they're going to make him.
He needs to work on his temper.
They're going to make him use his temper against him.
I agree, but those type of players will make him better at the same time. They'll make him better.
They'll make him better.
They will. Need to be. Yeah, they will. They will.
Bro, you wanna know what's funny though? Like those players, they're easy to wind up as well. Like
they're easy to wind up, yeah. And they can easily get angry with it.
I remember Eric Bailly was winding up Jamie Vardy. One time.
Yeah.
So guys, people want me to ask you guys. Let me come to Enki on this. Where will Haaland end up in the summer?
By the way, thank you for talking about Haaland. Tosin, I follow you on Twitter, bro. You need to be.
Wait. PSG,
I'm good off Haaland, man. I'm good off Haaland.
Real Madrid, Manchester United.
This guy Tosin's turning down Haaland, bro. Hey, no, I know you asked me, bro, but Tosin, explain why you don't want him. Explain to the panel why you don't want him, please.
Look, man, that nigga too ugly to play for PSG, man. That's all.
Oh,
that's all. Man.
Wait, are you looking for an ugly player, or are you looking for a player that will strengthen your club?
You gotta tick all boxes, man. That's why Ronaldinho ain't go to Real Madrid. That's why he wasn't a Galactico.
Oh Lord.
You know?
Didn't Ronaldinho play for PSG with the coach? Didn't he?
Yeah, but like, you know.
Yeah. Explain that. What about Ibra? Ibra ain't attractive. No homo, but he ain't. Nah, man.
Look, man, Haaland look like an ogre, bro. He look like Shrek.
Shrek? Oh my goodness, bro. Oh no. This ain't no.
What was Tosin doing now?
This ain't it, bro.
Tosin, I have a question for you. I have a very specific question for Tosin. Can I ask?
Mm-hmm.
So, I read many reports that said a man named Mauro Icardi got into a huge verbal and physical altercation with his wife on the training ground, on the PSG training ground parking lot. And then subsequently, he didn't show up for 4 days, pretty much for a whole week. For a whole week. Hold on. When he came back, there were no consequences. No one questioned him. And it was almost as if nothing ever happened. Now, my question is this. With a footballing culture like that at PSG Nation, how do you expect to ever win a Champions League? Just a question.
What that got to do with a Champions League? A man, got in trouble for some infidelity. What the fuck that got to do with PSG, man? That's not our fault.
We're talking about discipline.
That's on Mauro.
No, he didn't show up to training for 4 days subsequently.
Who's that?
No, because the club allowed him to have those days off.
No. They said he took it without telling anyone.
No, that's not true. That's not true, though. That's not
Mauro
Icardi. Now this guy.
This is what happened. This is what happened. They gave him those 3 days to figure out his situation. He didn't even get called up to one of our league games during that time. Mm-hmm. So they gave him those 3 days. The problem was some players didn't like that. That's all. Abdullah, that thread I sent to you, can you link it?
What's the
link it on here? Is it an anti-Chelsea thread? Just give me a heads up.
Nah, it's a PSG thread, man.
Oh,
Like
okay.
L'Equipe dropped some shit about us, man. That just sounds like some bull, bruh. Like, man, French journalists, their pen game is crazy.
Nah, they are full of crap.
But L'Equipe is very...
Which country has more salacious journalists?
So
France or Nigeria?
Interesting.
Hold on, Abdullah. Hold on. Which country has more salacious journalists? France or Nigeria?
What does salacious mean? English is my fifth language.
Okay, salacious is like journalists who take things out of context, who clickbait, who like twist words to push a headline, to sell papers.
Like to sensationalize type?
Yeah.
I see.
So
do
this
you
is
think
what
it's France or you think it's Nigeria?
That's a good question, man. Because they're up. Yeah, I know. Because both groups are very attracted to rumors and news.
Yeah,
almost
paparazzi,
the same way.
that whole thing.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. I wonder. It must be a thin line between the two.
I think so too.
I think French journalists just need to take a chill. Like, what's all this, right? Like, I think that the problem of this PSG team. Like, they just carry all kinds of bull crap, man.
All right, yo, look at that. All right, so they saying Idrissa Gueye in the Community Shield. We had the Community Shield in Israel, and motherfuckers was mad at him. They say he caught COVID in Israel because he wasn't trying to get vaxxed. So that's number one. What's the second one? What's the second one say?
Messi and
keep going down this thread.
And Ramos coming in not necessarily in accordance with Pochettino's plan. So he didn't want those players. That's what they're saying. Yeah, and he says they're saying that it's impacting the atmosphere in the changing room. Pretty much warm-up highlights the difference, different clicks.
The different clicks, man. This shit fucked me up.
Together, Mbappe and Hakimi warm up together. When it comes to they are usually. Why is it so blurred? Like, why?
When it comes to rondos, those rondos that they be doing. When it comes to rondos,
the group things.
They're usually split between the Francophones and the South Americans.
First tribalism.
First group: Kimpembe, Gay, Diallo, Dagba, Kara, Danilo, and the youngsters. Second group: South Americans plus Verratti, Draxler, Herrera, and Wijnaldum. Mbappe used to tend. Look at this gossip, man. Mbappe used to tend towards the South Americans, but now he goes more for the Francophones.
So Ronaldo speaks Spanish?
No, probably, he just maybe he just felt comfortable in the South American group because he's new. I don't know.
Okay.
Ronaldo is Suriname guy, right? He's from
he's from Suriname.
Wait. This is too much.
Black Dutch.
From where Seedorf and Edgar Davids.
So that probably makes sense.
Oh yeah. Look at that. What about Kimpembe? Kimpembe, he's wondering because there's too much. The locker room is too clicky. He's thinking about going to England, and Chelsea and Tuchel have shown interest. So he might come to y'all. He might come to y'all.
I told you. Who is this Jeremy Smith guy?
Abdullah, what did I keep on telling you about Tuchel, bro?
I keep
on telling you about Tuchel. He's trying to make this team stop getting these former players. Bro, I don't want Rafael Guerrero in the club. I don't want Usman Dembele respectfully in the club. I don't want personal Kimpembe in the club. This guy's December review is looking bad, bro.
Y'all got a new DJ. Y'all got a new DJ for the club.
Oh, he's a DJ?
But NK, what's the problem with these players you just called?
I don't know. Listen, he's trying to make this. This ain't 2018. I mean,
no,
this is 2018.
Okay, wait. Those players,
Eric, it ain't 2018, bro.
2021, those guys have, they've developed 3 years at least, right?
Presno Kimpembe, really.
I don't like. I'm not a fan of Kimpembe. Anyway,
okay, thank you.
But
Dembele constant.
I feel he'll be found out in the Premier League.
Okay, what about Dembele?
His decision making sometimes can be suspect.
I thought if City is the standard, then
because if you're buying Kimpembe, why didn't you keep Zuma?
Thank you.
Zuma is better than Kimpembe to me.
Amen.
I think.
I would take Zuma.
That's cap. That's cap.
For sure.
No,
No.
I'm taking Kurtz.
That's cap.
I'm taking Kurtz.
And that's how bad Kimpembe is.
No. Let me just say this. Yeah, Kimpembe has not been good for a minute. Yeah. But you know the reason why he ain't been good is because the man got a divorce from his girl, man, and that's
here we
him up. It's true. It's been fucking him up, man. That's why.
So why didn't you afford Kepa the same excuse?
Kimpembe. Oh, Kepa.
Oh, Kepa went through a divorce too?
Kepa separated from his girlfriend of 8 years or 9 years.
Or more. Yeah.
See, that happened to Kimpembe too, man. That happened to Kimpembe. His high school sweetheart left him. He ain't been the same.
Some of these guys. That's why, you know what? Sometimes I give this guy a lot of respect, KDB.
No.
After what I heard.
No, but that's the difference, though. But that's the difference because, for example, in our club, right? Icardi has been going, had these woman problems. Was crying and all this shit. We gave him 3 days off. When Kimpembe had this shit, he never talked about it to the media. He never did. He just put his head down, you know. And he's been kind of struggling off of it, but it's been fucking him up. It's been fucking up his whole psyche. He might think, you know what? That's why a lot of players like to leave. French players like to leave.
KDB and this guy, what's his name?
Courtois?
Yes.
Courtois, yeah.
And the way KDB handled that thing, he almost came out Ballon d'Or winner out of it. That's why I say, you know what?
And let me also say this. Let me also say this because you know, you guys know I love advocating for the security and health of football players. You have to imagine, you know, the life of some of these players, right?
Yeah.
So training, let's say they train twice a day.
Yep.
And they train maybe 3 times a week. Then they do tactical work. And every day all they do is train, go home, especially if they're new to the country, right? Like Kepa. And the one person that they have all of a sudden just leaves them. You get where I'm coming from, right, Emmy?
Oh, they're lonely. They're lonely?
Yes, they're lonely.
Yeah. Okay.
Yo, SSB, that's facts, bro. Good point. Every club got clicks.
Why do you guys think a lot of football players have like 2-3 dogs, 4 dogs? Why do you guys think that? You think they just buy dogs because they love dogs?
Yeah, maybe.
Kelvin the heartbreak.
You're crazy, dog.
Yo, wait, find the Marquinhos story. Find the Marquinhos story. I know it's in this thread somewhere.
What happened to Marquinhos?
So Tuchel, after the nervous nigga, nervous man Tuchel really pulled up at Chelsea during the summer and said, I want to sign Marquinhos.
Of course, what's wrong with that?
85 million. Chelsea, we're gonna whip up an 85 million bid. And we just told them, fuck out of here. That's what happened.
I agree.
That's
what you're supposed to do. That's what you're supposed to do.
You know, like, man, the nerve of Tuchel.
85 million isn't enough for a terrorist organization.
Look, man, it don't matter. You could have put up a 200. We're not taking.
See, hey, by the way,
200. Wait, 2 what?
You see,
I mean, they would. That's what they put. That's what they put for. That's what they put for Mbappe, right? 200, right?
Let me ask.
Kylian Mbappe and Marquinhos is a different player.
You hear that?
It don't matter, man. We're not selling our captain.
Tosin, you hear that news? What does that then tell you about how Tuchel views these defenders, please?
Look, man, I feel like Tuchel I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. I guess you don't really rate y'all. You don't really rate y'all.
Thank you. He's willing to spend 85 mil on Marquinhos, and I think Marquinhos is the best center back in the world. But he's willing to spend 85 mil on a supposed area of strength in this Chelsea team. He doesn't respect these guys. Respectfully, Christensen is just a guy. Stop it, guys. Let's be real.
That's why he want to bring a Kimpembe. Man, honestly, I'm gonna tell you this, man. I'm gonna give y'all this. Christensen's peak play versus Kimpembe's peak play in the final 8 in Champions League. Kimpembe washes him, bro. Like no cap, bro.
NK, you're such a short-sighted merchant.
Okay, explain this. So Christensen in 5 years, then
the way you interpret things is too like I feel like you don't think outside the box.
I'm not thinking outside.
Simply because Tuchel wanted Marquinhos.
What does that tell you?
That makes you come to the conclusion that he doesn't rate our defenders.
He doesn't respect our defenders. He doesn't respect our defenders like that, bro.
I want him to take it back.
He doesn't respect our defenders like that, bro.
He has to switch to back 4. He has not done it.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. He doesn't respect his defenders. Marvelous, you know that's the truth. No, Marvelous is the same guy that thinks Tuchel didn't want Lukaku, but he can't see that.
I need him to play
Marvelous
back.
stuff, bro.
I need him to play back. I need him. Okay, Marvelous, tell me this. They keep asking him every press conference.
Why
don't you play back? What did Tuchel say?
Why should you play a back four though?
It's not yet time. It's not yet time.
Bro,
why should you though? Why should you though?
Tosin, did you watch the Wolves game? We suffered.
No.
We suffered. That was sufferable. We suffered, bro. We did nothing.
That doesn't mean you suffer because you play three at the back.
No, all I'm
you
saying
guys can't be putting it down on formation.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. With the Everton game, I completely agree because we should have comfortably won that game. So I'm not blaming that per se on form. But the Wolves game, bro, Tosin, no. And I'm not saying change it up because again, I feel like three at the back is the best for the personnel we have right now. That's the best option because these guys ain't it. I'm sorry. At four back, I know this team. We ain't it. But listen, man. I mean, I don't know what I don't even want to talk about that right now, bro. I want to be positive. I don't want to look back at. He's just feeling. Tuchel's just feeling this December review. That's what I'm saying. And him talking about Fresno, Kempembe is my guy. I respect him, bro. Black guy, but no. He can't be here. Can't be here.
Y'all don't want a DJ. Y'all don't want that. My DJ.
We have Cho and Mason on the decks.
Yo,
bro.
I'm dead, bro. Yo, Tuchel really need to get a replacer really good with Kempembe.
Jesus Christ.
I don't want Kempembe. If I see Kempembe in Cobham, we're gonna have a fight. I'm gonna see. I said Lampard 2 years. I think I'm gonna change my religion on Tuchel if that happens. I will.
Is Kempembe that much of a deal breaker?
Wait, Tosin, time out. I thought you said Tuchel signed Tilo Kehrer.
Oh yeah, he's a clown.
This guy's talent ID. I'm starting to really question this guy's talent ID. Honestly, Tuchel, stop.
I'm serious.
I hope it works, man. Because man, if this doesn't work, I hope it works for Tuchel. That's all I'm saying. Like I'm looking at his press conferences. I'm looking at his body language. I'm like, if I say Ibrahimovic has sprinkled a little bit of that ginger somewhere.
And Tosin, let me just say this before I let you move on. If we don't beat Brighton on the 29th, I don't even care about Aston Villa game. If we don't beat Brighton on the 29th, the alarm bells are going off. I'm letting you know that now.
Did you see the difference? Did you see the difference in the presser between? Did you see the difference between Thomas Tuchel's presser today and that guy from Brentford?
Thomas Frank.
Thomas Frank is coming to win that
Brighton.
game.
If we don't beat Brighton, bro.
Tomorrow.
If we don't beat Brighton, Tuchel, you're on the clock. It's not even
Blue Eyes. Let me say this. I already said I think we're going to lose tomorrow. You know when you go on Google and you type in Chelsea and you click on a fixture, you know how it typically shows you the odds? I haven't looked at the odds, but I would just go off what I think. I would say that Brentford have a 65% chance of winning, right? And then there's like a 15% chance for a draw. 10% chance for a draw, and then whatever the remaining percentage Chelsea have. Because
who are you guys playing?
Brentford. This is a cup game though, Tosin.
Carabao. Come on.
Yeah,
man.
but
that don't
Tosin,
matter.
But they're going to
10 of our senior team players are out.
Yeah, it don't matter, bro.
It don't matter.
Let me just say this.
No, Tosin, you're missing the point. The thing is, now they want to see how Thomas Tuchel manages the squad. It's not about before. It's about how you manage your how do you say?
But like not in Carabao though.
But because
you got to still manage your team.
Tosin, let me just tell you, this is still part of the December review. It's part of the December review. I'm analyzing.
But it holds less weight, don't it?
It does hold. It does hold less weight.
100%.
But it's still.
Malang Sarr is a terrible defender.
Okay, so Marvelous, who would you have instead?
Who's Morton? Who's Morton? Not Marvelous. Let's look at Everton's team that played else. Let's go for the
play. I would much rather take that Morton guy over Malang Sarr.
Oh, Tyler Morton.
Yeah.
Look, it's going to be Tyler Morton.
Was it Sims? Who was Sims? Thank you. Who's Bantam?
It's going to be both of them. Because guess what? We're not going to play Rudiger. We're not going to play Aspilicueta.
Which is good. I'm happy we're not playing those
guys. They said apparently Tuchel has called up like like 12 under 23 players. That's insane.
Good, manage,
Yeah, but that's
manage,
too late.
manage,
That's too
manage.
late, though. Why would
Manage.
you do? You see, the thing is that that throws a wrench in the whole picture because
Bro, you usually do that for Carabao.
No,
It's
but
Carabao.
no, you're not missing.
No,
You're
we
missing the
don't.
point, Tosin. What I'm saying is, if it's okay to bring them in, but it's called transition. You just don't. This is a knee-jerk reaction right now.
Yeah, you don't just do it.
Yeah,
No,
you
should
just
have been done.
Yeah,
Typically with
done,
Carabao Cup, we start our second string Premier League team, and then we have under 23 players on the bench, and typically only like one of them comes on as a substitute later in the game. I don't really remember the last time we fielded like under 23 in every single position. So I already
you know who does that though? Klopp does that. Klopp does that.
I know what.
Thank
I
you.
know
Management. What the
We're
hell?
not Liverpool. We're not Liverpool.
And I know what Blue is
Wow,
saying,
you guys really
is-
want to win Carabao?
Yes,
y'all down bad.
Why not?
His knees must because
Sorry?
let's be honest, we don't.
You think we're
Guys,
PSG?
we don't have the numbers right now.
Of course, no.
You
I'm
don't
not
have
even-
as many
even-
trophies as PSG.
Huh? You guys?
I don't know
wait,
about that
wait.
one.
You
I think need
you
to
guys
check
win a
that again.
league that you're supposed to win. Like, what do you mean?
I mean, imagine Tosin
It don't
talking
matter.
about
It don't matter.
trophies
It
when
don't
when
matter.
you just outspoiled
Like
everybody.
PSG, when
What are you talking
PSG
about?
failed to win the league, it's like an absolute failure.
But it wasn't.
Let me
it wasn't
tell
like,
y'all
it
this. Let
wasn't
me
like
tell y'all
that. It
this.
wasn't
Let me
like
tell
that
y'all
before
this.
those guys came in.
Money.
Before these
It wasn't.
Qatari guys came in. It wasn't.
Let me tell y'all this though. Let me tell y'all this. Like no cap.
Yeah,
No
I've
cap,
checked Wikipedia. You're not the biggest club in France. I've checked.
No, Marcel is Marcel.
No, sorry. Saint Etienne have the most League on titles.
Hold on.
But we'll
Say that
catch
again.
up.
Say that again. Sorry.
Only Marcel.
Tosin,
Lyon,
respect yourself for when you come to this
Lyon
stream.
and Montpellier.
You respect yourself, Tosin, okay?
And Lille.
I'm here. I am talking to. First of all, you don't even have Champions League, and second of all, Marcel. How do you pronounce the team?
Marseille.
Marcel, the big club in the 90s, though.
I know.
No. Emmy, speak calm again, just in case they didn't catch.
Let's not get it twisted. But Tosin, man, package yourself. Package yourself. You know, even feed beat Marseille. Marseille is best team in France.
We're way bigger than Marseille.
If you,
I don't know what you're talking about.
if you dare leave the Champions League to Real Madrid, oh my lord! Wilson will never let you.
Wow! If you dare lose the Champions League to the winningest club in Champions League history, oh my god! Like listen to you guys.
Excuses. That's not what you were saying.
Ain't no excuses. Ain't no excuses.
You weren't saying that in the previous game.
Look, that tie is over in the first leg. But I'm just saying, it ain't no shame.
Let me be honest.
Yes.
I like throwing these baits out to Tosin this early, so I could be ready for the excuses he's gonna bring in February. I can start.
My only problem is if we lose to Lille, marvelous. This your bait is gonna turn into a.
Oh man, y'all better not lose to the 12th
Blue Eyes.
team in League.
Blue Eyes. You don't know what
French champions.
You don't want to know what happens if Chelsea lose to Lille. Sorry.
What? You know what, Eric? Why don't you tell us? I want to hear from you because I know you're very.
Wait. By the way, like speaking of Lille and did y'all watch the Barca Sevilla game today?
Yeah, I did.
My God, man, La Liga.
That was a good game.
I missed that game, man.
Sevilla, look, man, I'm sorry, bro. Ain't no talent in that league, bro.
And you guys want us to go and get?
They lacking talent. They lacking talent in La Liga.
No,
like, bro, I'm looking at these games, bro. Like,
I think
who is Rafa Mir? Like,
yeah,
you guys want us to go and get?
I was telling someone, right, that you can get more talent in Ligue 1 compared to La Liga, because La Liga you can't even recognize most of the players outside of Real Madrid. Most of the players that even play for Barcelona these days, I don't even know who they are.
Man, like, and they don't score. And a lot of La Liga teams I've noticed these days, I don't know, maybe was it Double H that made them do this? Because remember back in the day, like Double H used to be like, yo, these La Liga teams, like to paraphrase, like they're always spreading cheeks for like Real Madrid and Barca. But like these days, bro, like
so how do you come up with this shit, man?
But like these days, these bottom place La Liga teams, bro, they're always like but they're always like set up in a low block, like the Cadiz Real Madrid game.
This guy, man.
Like the Cadiz Real Madrid game, Cadiz had no problem having 18% possession.
Correct.
Like that shit is disgusting. Like how do
But it
like
worked,
that's not Spanish football. That's not Spanish football.
That's not
Spanish football. That's not Spanish football. That's not Spanish football.
It's not. But it worked. Sometimes you have to do.
See, I'm just saying Simeone and Bordalas, the guy who coached Getafe back in the day, Bordalas, Simeone, those guys have ruined Spanish football.
Yeah,
like they don't, motherfuckers is not even playing football no more.
Yeah, Spanish football is all about attacking. They center their style on technique. And and forward possession football. That's what La Liga has been.
Even why did it change?
Even since the days of Compostela in the 90s, right? They always played forward football. Like
so what happened?
They just have a bunch of retarded coaches that just play backward football. They play just close up football.
Yeah,
like they play like
it's like possession based.
Like in the French, in Spanish football, you never see a team in 2 banks of 4. But now you see that a lot, like 2 banks of 4. I'm like, geez, that's not La Liga.
They're trying to win, bro. They're trying to win, bro.
But they're worse. But they're worse though. They're performing worse now.
Yeah,
like
out of the top 5 teams, right? La Liga has the worst representation in the last 16 in the Champions League this season. Even leagues like French.
Of course, that league's declined. That league's declined, though.
Yeah, but that's the problem. Like that's a huge
the
problem.
The decline is huge, though.
La Liga, like I'm not gonna cap, bro. Like in the 2010s, like those early 2010s, even to the late, like before Neymar left La Liga was box. I would rather watch La Liga than Premier League by far. Like
box office,
but like I don't know. Like it's changed now. It sucks. Like.
It has, Let's move on, please.
Those days, you see teams like even Mallorca, even Getafe,
remember
Real. You watch their matches and it's so exciting, right?
These guys, man, La Coruña.
Yeah, Deportivo La Coruña. Remember those guys?
Yeah, man, when they had Roy Mackay.
They had what's his name? Pandiani. They had some very good players. Even Bebeto played for Deportivo La Coruña.
Yeah, he did.
Okay, no. Let me say this about Spanish teams. Given that they have these so-called nobodies, right? We all agree across the board that a lot of their players are nobodies, but they always seem to perform. Right? When I say perform, I mean not necessarily at the highest level, but they perform. For example, Sevilla, their dominance in the Europa League, things of that nature, right? Doesn't that mean that Spanish football caters more to upcoming talent?
No,
you don't think so?
No,
you
guys look at these teams. Are you looking at these teams?
Spanish,
they're not young. They're not young.
Yeah, how many upcoming talents have you seen in La Liga in the past 3-4 years? You probably say Ansu Fati, right?
Gavi, Pedro.
But do you know how many upcoming talents you can count from Germany? Like it's like almost dozens, right?
Like in Spain, no cap, bro. They do not produce good attackers. All their attackers stink.
One thing I'll
except
say about
Fati.
One thing I'll say about La Liga though is I don't know the type of cameras and camera quality that they have.
Oh, that camera quality is sensational.
We need that in the Premier League.
Sensational. The 4K, the tracking camera, the 4K camera.
Those are Vinicius shots. Oh my goodness.
They have cameras from every angle. It is ridiculous.
Yeah, they use a lot. They definitely invest in a lot of technology in the view.
When they can't invest in their clubs.
The football is crap. Like football is crap.
Yeah, I don't think I'm not really too bothered about the way the cameras are used in England. I think the camera quality in England is fine, to be honest. I don't think they need to do much.
Too much? Okay.
But yeah, they don't need to.
But they need to improve technology, right? The camera.
For sure. Look, I think in terms of the angles and
Eric, just 2 minutes. Your take on Lucas Digne, Touchaemani, and them Jules KOUNDE.
Wow, in just 2 minutes. Okay.
5 minutes.
We don't have 5 minutes to blab about those players.
We don't look.
You know what they call it? They call it an elevator pitch.
Let's give us a summary.
It's an elevator pitch. Yeah.
Are you doing the project? Are you doing the elevator?
No. You know they say when you see Bill Gates in an elevator and he's going from the 12th floor to the 13th floor, what can you say to him?
Who has this external noise though? Like a
somebody has feedback.
It's Mr.
Jide, your mind.
Jide. I've muted him.
Elevator pitch. Like, what can you say to, stand out, stick in the person's memory, make them remember you?
If they're going from the 12th floor to the 13th floor, what can you say to sell your product in that?
Make an impression.
Good
yeah,
morning,
15. It's normally 15 seconds.
Yeah.
15 seconds.
You never see a 13th floor in a high.
Yeah, never. No, I know. I'm just saying. I know. Good point, though. Good. And thanks for calling me out on that one because it's
any high-rise
building,
right. Any high-rise building you go into and there's a 13th floor,
it's
you better run away.
Thanks for calling me out on that.
Why?
13th floor?
It's superstitious now. Come on. Friday the 13th.
It's nonsense, man. It's nonsense. It's not
nonsense.
I'm serious, Eric.
I thought you guys were going to tell me some. I thought you guys were going to tell me some architectural.
No, it goes from 12 to 14.
Even the architectural guys.
No, Eric, it's true. You never see
you never see a 13th floor, and the same thing. You never see a 13th row in an airplane. You never see a 13th row.
Why?
People are superstitious, man. People are scared.
Is it just superstition, or is
Friday
there
the 13th, man?
I don't know. There's something about the number 13.
Listen, if somebody wants to rent an apartment to you and it's on the 13th floor, know that price is going to be cheap.
Yes,
and you're going to find out that there's not a lot of people bidding for that spot.
No, and you see ghosts in that house.
Yeah, probably haunted. It's probably haunted.
Juju Calabar.
You see Willy.
Speaking of which, wait. Let me just say this and I'll shut up for Eric. Does anyone here have any paranormal stories? Maybe we could talk about it off air.
No, not tonight. Not tonight. Please, Eric, go.
Off air?
No, in fact, not at all.
That could be Sunday, not tonight.
Scary, oh God,
you know where we're from, and you're asking that kind of question. What kind of question?
Because I have a lot. Yeah.
You can say that not tonight. Not tonight.
Yeah, look, let me.
My blogs, you don't kill chicken before. Okay, no problem.
Let Eric land. Don't start. Let Eric land.
Look, we might see something. We might see a horrific situation in a few hours, but
what?
We'll leave. The Chelsea match now.
No, I'm talking about the transfer.
That's why I'm laughing, Eric. The way you started that statement.
Wow, I'm like, geez, what does he mean?
No, we're gonna lose. Eric is right.
Why did he
let him land?
You guys don't respect Tuchel, bro. If you're saying this stuff, you don't respect.
NK, mute your mic. What were you saying about
Touchaemani
just a
and
few
them
minutes
Lucas
ago?
Digne? Give me your take on that.
Look, okay, let me be quick with this. I want someone of the quality of Lucas Digne. I think he's good. I think he would improve us. That's very clear to me. Even before Chilwell was signed, I was looking at people like him. He has Premier League experience. He's an obvious pick, but I know about the. Yeah, I know. He's overrated.
Amy doesn't like that at all.
Yeah, Premier League experience is overrated, right?
That is overrated to me. I think so. Yeah. I just think so. Because most of the standout players in the Premier League are people that came from outside. So.
It depends. I think
they came to sharpen. No, they came to sharpen their trade in EPL nest. But anyways, keep going, bro. Keep going.
There's a good. There are evidences of that. To be, I mean, Man City have done it a lot. When you look at the players they have shown that you can do that. But anyway,
Ruben Diaz. Nobody knew Ruben Diaz until he came, right?
Yeah, I mean they got Mahrez from Leicester.
I thought Ruben Diaz was
from Liverpool.
No cap.
You thought it was a break? No, he was okay in Benfica, bro.
I never thought he would be as good as.
Looking at him somehow.
But people said, he will flop in the Premier League. He will be crap. Blah 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 blah. But
it took him a while. But it took him a while. Let's be fair.
Probably
he's a little overrated, though. He's a little overrated.
No.
I wish I can say that he's good.
A little. He's very good. But I'm just saying he's a little overrated, bro. Like they be saying he's the best center back in the world. That's cap.
No. Sorry. What was You were saying
Jules Kounde and
okay,
Chukwu.
Kounde.
And then Lucas Digne.
Who's that? Ikechuku? What did you say?
Touamaeni.
Touchaemani. Touchaemani.
I don't know why he called it like
The name fit himself. Praise God. Praise God. Praise.
Yeah, look. I don't
You know the
rate
funny
Rice
part?
the way-
I have a WhatsApp group. That WhatsApp group, the guy said, he said English is not my favorite language. I have difficulties in pronouncing German. And the guy literally just said, when Chelsea signed him, I'm gonna call him Tuchukwu. I started laughing. Like, what the heck? What?
Yeah,
He said, I'm gonna call him Tobichukwu. I was like, Tobichukwu it's like an Igbo name or something.
Yeah, he looks Igbo, no cap.
Yeah, he looks Igbo.
He does. Yeah.
So
I want a DM. I wanted a DM for a long time since Matic left the club. I wanted a send, not what the kind of DM that some people are.
May the universe bless you, Eric. May the universe
raving
bless
about
you.
people like Blue Eyes telling me that Jorginho can play by himself in a single.
Yes, he can.
He can't.
Impossible. He can't. So I want somebody who can
Not
actually
in the
do that
Premier
role.
League. Not in the
Not in the
Premier
Premier
League.
League. Not in the Premier League.
I told him, man, he didn't listen. Look, I want somebody who can actually do that in this league. You know, somebody who can actually play in that CDM role.
Yo, even Rodri. Even Rodri,
yeah, look, Rodri
couldn't play in a single pivot in the beginning when he came to the city.
He had to
get coached into it. Yeah, he had to get.
So that's for me. I think that's important. That's probably the most important.
See toilet. This new Real Madrid Bernabeu. Look at this thing. Look like an Intel processor. Look at that. Come on, man. That shit ain't nice.
Eric, no comment.
It looks like one of those.
You know what?
It looks like one of those.
Tosin, I'm not underestimating that statement you made. Maybe this thing is a symbol of like tech because of where the world is going technologically. You never know.
That may be the inspiration. Yeah.
Yeah, you never know. Maybe this is a chip.
Continue.
But it looks ugly though.
You watch just Barcelona?
No, I missed the match. I watched the highlights. I didn't watch the match. And look,
I love what Jules KOUNDE did. That guy.
Okay. I didn't love it. I have to be honest because
I love it. Bastard. Jessica Alba, idiot. F him. I don't want to use an F word.
No. Look, the way football is nowadays, you can't do that. You just can't
cost your team.
So
I see you old school, Eric. You
old school. Bro.
Yeah, look, I
like man. He's old school.
I like Rudiger. Players like Rudiger. Yeah, he'll let you know that he's around, but he won't get himself sent off. So Kounde needs to become more like Rudiger, and I'm sure Rudiger can teach him.
I think for me, I can understand Kounde's viewpoint. Because I think he's young, but the more he play more, the more he get mature, those stuff will change in him though. For me,
is like when Azpilicueta, I don't know if you remember the match last season, the last match of the season against Villa, when he used his, when he had, yeah, he injured his arm and he was wearing a cast, and used that cast and he hits Grealish, and a part of me was like, Grealish deserved that the way he was behaving. Grealish, he deserved to get hits like that, but at the same time, you don't want your player to get sent off or something like that. So he needs to learn how to
keep his emotion.
Yeah, for sure. But I don't think he's that kind of player, so I don't think it'll be a problem. But yes, Kounde, I keep saying
Alba has been getting on his nerve in the first half.
Kounde is I believe people have, when I say it, people think I'm just, I don't know. Kounde will come to Chelsea. I believe Kounde will come to Chelsea eventually. Maybe it's in January, maybe it's in the summer. And some people have doubts about
if Real Madrid is ready to put that money in, he going to Madrid.
He won't. He already wants to go to London, man. We already know he wants to come to London.
Who's that? Who's this? Kounde?
Kounde. Yeah.
He
wants to go to London. So.
I think Kounde, because of Madrid, they're buying, so they currently have Alaba and Militao. Militao is looking like a solid guy, right? They also getting Rudiger. If they get Kounde, how are they going to play all of them? Because
you're right. They're going to get Rudiger.
Yeah, look, if they get exactly, but hopefully,
how old is Alaba? How old is Alaba, guys? 28.
He's young.
No,
He's been around for a while,
young,
but he's still young.
Yeah, but he's still
not
young.
old.
He's still
Alaba
young.
played Champions League 2012. Oh.
Yes, now. At the
2013,
age of
yeah.
how old? At the age
2012,
of
2013,
18
yeah.
or 19. Yeah.
I thought it was like 30 by now, but he's
Wow.
not.
No.
He's been in
Alaba
the
is
game,
still
man.
just getting to
He's
his prime.
He's
German.
been around.
Wow.
Who?
Wow.
Alaba. You guys
Alaba
call
He's
him
been
Alaba.
around for
Alaba.
ages, man.
Alaba.
His name, is it Ala?
Is
His
it no?
name
Is
is
it
Alaba.
no?
He's a Niger boy.
I know, but the right pronunciation. No, I thought it was Alaba.
It's not Alaba.
I'm pretty sure it's
Yeah,
Alaba.
I think it's Alaba. I think it's
David
Alaba.
Because
Yeah.
Ask Abdullah. Abdullah, don't
Abdullah,
you know?
what's the real pronunciation?
Alaba.
Yeah.
Alaba
Alaba.
Market.
Huh?
Alaba Market, Lagos.
David
Alaba
Alaba.
is
Alaba.
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 David Alaba.
Okay, Abdullah.
Alaba.
You know, he
Is
grew
it
up.
Alaba?
He grew up.
It's
He grew up
Alaba. There's
watching.
literally a place called Alaba in Lagos.
I know
I
Alaba
know,
in
I
Lagos.
know.
Man.
Alaba
You know.
Rago.
Fun
Alaba
fact. Fun
Abdullah,
fact.
what is
He
the
grew up.
pronunciation? Abdullah,
He
you
grew
know
up
His name is
watching.
David Alaba. David Alaba.
No, he's
Not the Americanized European pronunciation.
not the anglicized
Not
The
accent.
Nigerian pronunciation. Alaba.
Alaba.
Yeah, Alaba.
Yeah, it's Alaba now.
Your pronunciation.
I was calling it. I was on a stream. I was on a stream and I was saying Alaba, and it sounded like they were correcting me. Oh, you mean Alaba? I was like, no, I mean
Alaba.
I was like, that was intentional. I'm not just.
Alaba is like
because
you know when you have Taiko in the twins. Alaba is like the third born of the twins.
Ah.
Yeah, when you have
after Taiwan came, dude.
After Taiwan came, Alaba is like a third born of Taiwan.
I see.
Yeah, his middle name is Olatokunbo. So
Olatokunbo, yeah.
Tokes.
So yeah.
This guy just like our guy Giannis.
You know,
Yeah,
actually,
I know
he
my
grew up.
brother
He grew
Giannis,
up.
man.
Alaba actually grew up watching Monaco. He said his favorite player was Victor Ikpeba.
Wow.
As a kid, yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ikpeba
was a bad guy, man. Bad guy.
That Monaco team was coached by Arsene Wenger, and they had Ikpeba, they had Thierry Henry,
Very
young
good
Thierry
point.
Henry.
Yeah,
Very good point.
Trezeguet.
From the wings. They had Trezeguet.
Very
That's
good
a good
point.
team.
Let
So
every
when
random-
people say
yeah.
people that don't know Monaco, people will be like, "Oh, Monaco is not them."
No,
All those
Monaco
teams
now,
are traditional teams.
Eric Randolph.
yeah, Monaco and teams
Marseille.
like Ajax and
So
Marseille.
Randolph.
PSG.
Yeah, okay.
so
So to conclude, right? I think I've talked about all of them, right? So Blue Eyes was asking me about the match. I don't know if you've done a preview. I don't know if you've done a preview yet. Okay, look.
I don't want to do a preview for tomorrow. I just want to like take my water and just like put my hand on my cheek and be looking.
Look, man, make no preview Carabao game.
I'm
No, we're not.
Mute your mic. I don't know.
Tosi, let me just say one word. Marcel.
I don't look. I don't know if you guys heard there was a COVID outbreak.
I saw it. You know why I saw it? Because when I saw the press car of Touchaemani and I saw the pictures of the people training, I just burst out into laughing. I did not say what. I just started laughing.
You mean in our camp, Eric? In our camp, or
in our camp?
No. I don't mean.
Lukaku went to go drink beer and he brought back COVID.
Look,
That's
Marvelous, mute your
insane.
mic. Professional players don't drink. Well, if you're a serious professional, I'm assuming you don't drink beer. But
Lukaku was drinking beer. It was all over it was all over Twitter. A lot of fans took pictures of him drinking too, with them.
Yeah, it was drinking beer. Yeah.
Even outside the
I don't
beer
mind my
pub.
I don't mind my players.
I mean,
drinking.
everybody's
Like
different,
some of the
sure.
best players are actually drunkards. If you think because
Is
the game
nowadays?
the game comes to them naturally.
Okay.
Ball is ball.
Look, everybody's different. Sha.
Apparently,
I don't- it's
Verratti
crime.
comes
smoker,
to
man.
games
Heavy smoker.
hungover, like
No,
liquor and
Man, why are you lying? This is what I'm saying. Y'all just
Oh
be
my-
making shit
Look,
up, man.
No,
Stop
but he
lying.
Verratti
Stop
smokes.
cap. Stop cap.
Verratti's a heavy
He's a
smoker.
smoker.
You also
You know
smoke
what?
Zinedine Zidane. All right.
I know. I don't
Yeah,
care.
of
I don't
course.
care.
That's
I
what I'm
don't
saying.
care.
Listen,
That's what I'm
I
saying.
don't care.
man.
I don't know. Maybe I'm.
Wayne Rooney
maybe
too.
I'm
Wayne
wrong.
Rooney too.
Eric, finish up, bro. Do your
I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think people like Cristiano Ronaldo, he's someone who I respect a lot because he doesn't do anything like that. He's very, very, very serious about. He doesn't even drink Coke of all things. People. So that's I don't know, maybe that's too extreme, but that's my idea of what people in nowadays with all the technology and the sports science, you should be that serious. Someone like Mr. Mount, for example, Mount wouldn't do anything like that, right?
No.
So especially if you're young, like if you're young,
English mentality, bro. Nah, he's doing
I don't know
stuff
about
like
English,
that,
but I think he's just
stuff
Mount.
like that, bro.
That's how
Like
Mount
that,
is.
Oh, like Rooney.
He's doing stuff like
No,
that.
no. Exactly. I mean, Marvelous telling. It's not an
But
English
Rooney,
thing.
but it never affected Rooney's productivity on the field.
But it affected his longevity. He would have been.
People like Ronaldo.
Rooney didn't take care of himself, man. Rooney didn't take care of himself.
But I've never seen a striker like Rooney in the EPL in the past 15 years. Take that to the bank.
Wait, you've never seen what? You've never seen what?
Matt
A
Letizia.
striker? No, in the past, I said 15 years. I've never seen a striker.
I thought you said
like
50.
Marvelous.
Like Rooney.
Why do you like this guy?
He keeps
I thought
mentioning
he
this
said
guy.
50. I thought he
I
said
said
Never call that guy's name.
I thought he
15.
said 50.
And what I said is,
I
I've
didn't know he
never
said
seen a
15.
striker.
Of
What I
course you
said
did.
is,
You thought so
I've never
because
seen a
Matt
striker
Letizia
like
was in your head.
Rooney.
Mark
I've never seen a
Letizia.
striker like
I don't
Rooney.
know.
chance
If I
he
didn't watch
gets,
that,
you mentioned
if I
that
didn't
guy.
watch
Any
Mark
chance he gets.
Letizia, I'll be like, oh man, Marvelous probably calling one.
Why didn't? He's
so
like
Eddie,
Harry
you
Kane.
don't think he's
Marvelous.
good?
It was just
You
there.
didn't think
You're
you didn't
like-
think he was good?
Nah, he was a good player.
Marvelous.
No, he was a good player. He was a good player. No, he was a good
The way
player.
the way you're talking is the way people will be talking like 40 years from now when they're talking about Harry Kane. Oh, how amazing he was, but he didn't win any trophies. He didn't play for a big club, so people
Oh,
won't
you see,
remember him.
Eric.
No, it's true.
Eric, bro.
No, but it's true.
How many times
It's
has
true.
Harry
That's
Kane
how
won?
people.
Mr.
That
Indy.
is how people will look at it in the future because you have to win trophies. It's about winning trophies. It's a competitive
All I
sport.
know is
So,
I'll tell my son he's better than.
hey,
Anyway,
don't complete that
don't worry.
Because in
Look,
football,
man, Wayne Rooney is a longevity merchant, man. Let's
But
stop this.
wait. Blue Eye said no. He has not seen a striker like Wayne Rooney in 15 years.
Yeah,
Not
remember,
lying,
I want you to hear. I want you to
lying.
no.
Aguero.
Hold on.
In the EPL, no, he wasn't like Rooney. He wasn't like Rooney. He wasn't
I
like
said
Rooney.
exactly. I didn't say he's the best. I said I haven't seen a striker like Rooney.
Rooney
in the
after
past- in the past 15
Rooney
years.
after
that guy,
2009.
man.
Rooney after 2009 is a brick.
hold
No,
on.
2011,
Come on,
he was
man.
money. What are you talking
He
about?
was ass.
Come on,
He's
man.
a brick.
Did you
Come
see
on.
him in that final? Hey,
What did he do in that final? What did he do in that
Final.
final?
Which final?
They were passing
What was
around
the
him like a
final?
blunt.
Listen.
Like,
Are you
come on,
serious?
that was the most
Yes,
one-sided.
I
That's
haven't
the most
seen a striker
one-sided.
like
That's the
Wayne
most
Rooney.
one-sided final of all time.
Listen,
What are you
Okay,
talking
go.
about?
Okay,
No.
The
Either way,
2011 Champions League final
Can we
was the
please-
most one-sided Champions
Okay,
League
but
final
even then,
I've ever
okay,
seen.
even oh no,
Can
you see,
we
come on,
please
guys. Even
look-
then,
Come on, man. Let's not
even then,
disrespect.
did you see
Come
Wayne
on,
Rooney's goal? Are we got?
Oh my
is this what
goodness.
we're doing?
Oh wow! Let's gas a goal that you lost 3-1. Man, y'all
No,
are
that's not
embarrassing.
okay. So now we're just looking at our.
Yeah.
Tosin, if you want me to do that,
Don't have
I
that
can
Bro, he
analyze
didn't have
PSG.
some great performance. Did he have a
He
great
was very
performance in that game?
in terms of
Was he good in that game?
in
All I'm
terms of
listen.
in terms
hold
of
on.
the United players.
Let's
be
pull
real,
up. Let's
this
pull,
guy
you
was
know
the
what?
best. And
Let's pull up.
bro,
Let's pull up.
No, he wasn't.
Thank you.
No,
Thank
he
you.
wasn't.
I'll
No,
do
he was
that.
never the best.
On Sunday.
Let's do
Like,
something here.
Tosin, you know what? I'll analyze PSG the same way you're doing so with. I'll do that later another time. Since you want to say, oh, they just lost, I'll do the same thing, bro. Same thing. I'll do the exact same thing, bro.
No, that's not the point. Like, I don't think he was good in that game. Okay, forget the result. He wasn't good in that game.
Bro, he was the only United player. He was the only United player in my eyes that was doing something. That was doing something.
I think Carrick was their best player.
My guy, 208. Listen,
put you guys on the backstage.
Listen,
So,
when Rooney 208
guys,
goals.
don't ask me any about
Abdullahi wants to go home. Abdullahi wants to go home.
I want to go to work.
let me.
I'm not doing any Carabao Cup preview, please, guys.
No,
like,
yeah, I'll still be here.
You're playing in the backstage. You're playing in the backstage. Put it in the backstage. Please like and subscribe. Like and subscribe.
Put us for backstage. Yeah, put it in the backstage. Yeah.
Hello? Yeah,
we're still live.
like and subscribe.
We're still live.